Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello to Freeview. We are exclusively on Freeview at the moment until about half an hour from now, 32 minutes past, and then ITV and STV will be coming in to join the audience. And so sit back, relax, enjoy, because have we got a show for you? If there's a question mark at the end of that sentence, the answer is yes, we have got a show for you. It's collectibles, predominantly, all music memorabilia, but all brand new clobber. Now, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used the word clobber, although it does remind me of my guest, who's here tonight. On behalf of Her Majesty... No, actually, sorry, that's His Majesty now, isn't it?
Yeah, His Majesty.
Gary Ashburn,
hello. How are you? Lovely to see you, an old chap.
I stopped talking because it was becoming increasingly drivel that was pouring out of my mouth.
Never.
How are you?
Never.
What do you mean, why change the habit of a lifetime? Blooming cheek.
Yeah.
Can I say, you've really dressed for the occasion, and I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, we might as well go through that, mightn't we, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, Gary was very worried about his choice of wardrobe this evening. But I think Northern Lumberjack is definitely the way to go.
Yeah, we do the old song later.
Yeah.
Yeah, my shirts that I were going to wear, honestly, are still hanging on the hook at home, so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That happened to me once with a wedding dress. Well, not my wedding dress, obviously.
Yeah.
So, Gary, for those that don't know who you are you?
Yeah, good question. Well, I've been involved in the world of collectibles for about 30 years now. Never guess, would you? Don't answer that.
You started very young. Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, I've always loved and enjoyed them for many, many years. And we try to bring some really unusual items onto the TV.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of charity auctions, things like this.
Charity?
Charity auctions. And so everything we bring you, when we have signed items, they're completely unique to the channel usually, and we have really good provenance and background to everything we bring. I've been a member of AFTAL since it began. AFTAL is
go on.
Yeah, AFTAL is a sort of specialist trade society or organisation that specialise in authenticating autographs. So the key thing is the autograph world is a minefield these days. So at least when you buy here, everything we bring comes from an AFTAL backed member.
So it's authentic.
Could be worldwide. You know, it's authentic. What we basically try to do is take away all the worries, all the doubts, so you know when you buy something it's 100% real. Really important.
With provenance and a paper trail and
that's right,
verification and certification and all of that stuff.
That's right. Very, very important when you're buying particularly autographs. And then we have some amazing, these beautiful framed discs. We have a whole range of those. I think there's about 80 different ones.
I was going to say, we have 12 or something in that region, brand new. Which one are we on for? Brand new item, 15 brand new items tonight, including some phenomenal signed or autographed pictures. We've got Barry Manilow and Kylie and Ozzy and so it goes, Celine. You name it. But, I'm going to lean back because that's not very flattering. But these are the music discs. Now, these are a really good size. I'll show you how big they are. But what are the dimensions again, Gary?
They're basically 50 by 60 centimetres, so big piece. That equates to about 24 inches by about 20, I think that is, from memory.
Yeah, and they come framed. The whole, what you see, the entire presentation, that's what you get, and the prices are amazing. They're all limited to 100 pieces, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all individually numbered. So when you look at them, you'll see the number is there in the actual plaque. So there is only 100 in total. They're exclusive to this channel. You won't see them anywhere else. And the great thing about them is whichever one you get, you'll be the only person in the world that will ever own that particular one. And once the 100 have sold out, that is it. They don't suddenly produce another 100.
No, right.
If they're particularly collectible, like they do with the real gold discs, if they're really popular, they might bring in a platinum disc.
Well, I was going to say, if you see a platinum one tonight, it means that the gold version has probably already been sold and sold out. So individually numbered, so again, every one you get is unique, and once all 100 are gone, they're never reproduced. We actually, tonight, we have the majority of the items, the new items, are viewer requests.
Yeah.
So we've listened, we've gone, we've produced, we've brought, and now we're presenting to you. So grab them while you can. But you're only seeing a fraction, at the tip of the iceberg, if you will, in the studio. If you want to go to shopontv.co.uk, you will see absolutely everything, and there are lots. There, as you say, about 80, 90, almost 100 actually items. Now, we do have some of our special collectibles tonight, incidentally, are phone order only. There's a reason for that, and we will explain a little bit later on. We've actually got a postcard signed by the King of Rock and Roll himself, Mr. Elvis Aaron Presley, ladies and gentlemen. We'll show that later. And but if you want it, you have to go to the phone to get it. It's just online. There are reasons. I'm just told there are reasons, but when we get to them, I will explain in more detail.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the Elvis item is just phenomenal, really. I mean, to find a genuine signed item by Elvis now, really, really almost impossible.
Yes.
And if you look at the prices, if you go onto the web, have a little look. The price, what's really interesting with the world the way it is at the moment, the inconsistencies and the nerves of the world, and then inevitable the shares and the pensions that are wobbling and worrying around.
Yeah, markets crashing and doing all kinds of stuff.
What inevitably happens, I did, Bloomberg only recently again, and what inevitably happens in periods like this, people decide often to buy things they're really interested in. So in effect, things like collectibles, if you're into something like this, you might decide to build a collection of music memorabilia. And great time to buy it, because at the moment the prices in the auction houses, have a little look at some of the big auctions that are going on, they're achieving record prices all the time. Record prices.
Again, we have to say we can't guarantee that as an investment that they're going to increase in price.
That's right, we can't guarantee it.
But what we can guarantee, which is I think is the nicest way to think about this, is that you get to see your money on the wall or in a cupboard or in a display case, whereas if the money in the bank or what have you don't.
No, I think that's the great thing about it. Your pocket dictates what you spend. But what a lot of people, I was saying, with the pensions and shares and everything going like this, you think, oh my goodness, And get to my age and you think, if you lose a few bob, you think, will I ever replace it?
Sure.
But so inevitably what happens, you start to buy things you enjoy, like Rob said. It might be a series of art, it could be whatever, it could be any of them.
I just want to say, if you want the Elvis, you've got to call 03333241241. Just in case there happens to be someone watching on Freeview who wants a genuine autograph from Elvis Presley. We've moved on to Black Sabbath. Now this is amazing. I'm pretty sure that this is quite. I think it's special. I don't know. I'm a bit paranoid about it.
Yeah, when this was first launched, it went crazy, absolutely crazy for this. So quite a lot of these have already gone.
Yes.
But remember, we've had several of these, not this particular one quite yet, but these discs have sold out completely.
Yeah.
The Pink Floyd, their previous Pink Floyd, that's sold out. Dark Side of the Moon.
Yes, of course,
the Queen Greatest Hits also sold out. So they're really flying. And this is another one that is really, really popular. Sadly, with Ozzy recently leaving us as well, it's made a huge interest in people wanting to get their hands on something to do with it.
So I think his autograph. We've got an autographed 8x10 glossy. There's one of those, I would imagine. But if that's out your price range, then you can still own a bit of the sort of the Black Sabbath magic. With that wonderful, still very collectible disc, But here's the autograph, by the way.
Anything to do with Ozzy is so hot at the moment. Obviously, really, it's a great image of him. That, remember, when we talk about these images being signed, we guarantee they are hand signed. They're hand signed. They're not printed. They're not facsimile. They're not alter pen. We guarantee that those are hand signed. And as you can see, it's a great image of him there. If do you want me to move that?
I did just tilt it.
I'll leave it.
No, it's fine. It's just because it's on alone.
There's a lot of shining.
I'll hold it when we get to it. I'll hold it in my very own hands.
It's a shining star, but it is a great piece.
Verified as authentic that it was actually
and everything you get with the both actually with the discs as well. Everything you receive or buy it, if you buy anything tonight, they all come with an individual certificate of authenticity. And again, it will give you the name of the piece, the art, the item. If it's got a number like the disc, it will be the number and everything's got it all there.
Is that really only 399? Oh, I say only. I mean, I know that's still a decent chunk of money, but 399.99.
Yeah, it's
that's mad.
Well, at the moment, the price of Aussie has leapt because there's so little around, you know, and that is a good price.
It really is.
Anything to do with Ozzy Osbourne, really hot at the moment.
Shannon!
It's a great image as well of him. You know, great in the frame. It really looks the part. That obviously it's great. All the studio lights bringing out the flare.
We'll sort that out later. I'm just being lazy.
But it is a really wonderful piece.
Well, apparently we need lights. Television, you have to have the lights.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it?
I know. Although we both look better in the dark, don't we?
Yeah.
Right, let's move on. I just wanted to flash that in. I'm sort of going off-piste, and my producer knows this, and thank you for bearing with me. I just thought that it was worth mentioning that there's a bit of something for everyone. We've got, I mean, out of nearly 100 of these discs, these limited edition discs, if we haven't already got your favourite artist or band or, you know, troupe, then let us know. We're always adding to the collection, and these are made bespoke just for the Shop on TV customer. You can't buy these anywhere else. Now this is the, what do they call this? The anthem or the overture to my life. Dark Side of the Moon. It is arguably one of the best albums ever written by one of the best bands.
This did actually sell out, but we literally have a handful of these left. Just 2 or 3 didn't actually so it was marked as sold out, so we have literally I think it's just, you know, a mere handful of these, and that's because I don't know exactly how many there is, but it's definitely single figures.
Yes,
very
it is
small
low
single
figures.
Low single
figures,
so if you want that, grab it quick. As I say, with several of these already sold out, and once this one has gone, it cannot be reproduced. You've already done a gold,
because that's the platinum.
Sold out.
That's it.
Platinum,
that's the Dark Side of the Moon.
Hence, we've brought in this new one of the Division Bell. Pink Floyd has a massive following.
What I love about all these discs is that now people ask, could you play the record? Well, first of all, you'd have to dismantle the whole frame. No, they are decorative, but in the centre of every disc is the actual CD, and then to the side, the right-hand side, is the actual CD cover, and then you've got that wonderful photo, you know, a hand-selected photo.
That's right.
That is reproduced. Well, it's on the left, and these are all the matte box is all hand cut. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into them.
Oh yeah, and they're every one of them as well. These are actually bigger than the ones, if you've seen them previously, the ones that are given to the artist officially when they get a gold album or something, or a platinum. They're smaller in size, but these have been specially produced in this format for TV. They look stunning. So you get a 10x8 photograph that complements, as Rob said, the CD case, the image, and the actual disc
saying you could
itself.
go up to Dolly and say, my one's bigger than yours?
Yeah. You could, couldn't you? Yeah.
Or mine are bigger than yours. That should probably...
Good job my other half's not here. I might get in trouble with that one, but anyway.
Now, one of my absolutely favourite artists of all time, David Bowie/Bowie. I can never figure out I don't know how he actually pronounced it. I must find out one day. But this is the Aladdin Sane 24x20 frame gold disc and photo display. Limited again, as with all of these, to 100. The one we've got here is number 7, but yours will be something different. We've only got 14 left.
And again, once that's gone, that is the end of it.
The end gone.
And Bowie, I call him Bowie. David Bowie is really hot. We have a great disc of vinyl. Was another new vinyl later we'll show of him. But anything to do with David Bowie, always really popular. As you say, 14 of these left. That's the end then. That's in the world as well. That is the end. So that is, if you're looking for a great gift for someone, you know, or treat yourself, you know, maybe you've had a bad time, Christmas is gone, and you know, think, oh, blow it. I love that on my wall. That'd look brilliant.
Lining the staircase.
Yeah, lining
I've got a staircase now. I've actually got 2 stories in my new house.
We want a few going up the
stairs.
And we saw Alan's from his home, didn't he, when he had them going up the staircase and around.
Yeah, we'll show them later.
Brilliant.
We'll definitely show them. But they look great in an office. If you've got a pub, a bar, a restaurant, a cafe, you name it. You know, an office. If you want to. I tell you what, Gary, one of the most interesting things about Gary Ashburn when he used to live in South London is his Adele. He's got one of these with that's Adele, one of her albums. And the only trouble was when you had dinner parties, people spent more time looking at Adele than they did talking to us.
Well, I know, it's unbelievable as well, isn't it, really?
Notice instead of saying talking to you, I did say us.
Yeah.
You know, just so you didn't feel like I was singling you out.
Yeah.
No, but they are, what I'm trying to say is they really are a talking point in the home, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
Office,
I mean, I know I've said it many times. You've heard it before. I apologise. But seriously, I used to have them in I doubled up when I was in near, you know, South Croydon.
Yeah.
And we had a beautiful flat, high ceilings, which was great. But I had them all over the wall in the bedroom. But we had one really dodgy wall on one side.
Oh, did you?
Didn't you? Oh.
I was never invited.
There's always next time, darling. So we had them up the wall, all over the wall in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And when we were moving, there was a slight. It was only a hairline crack, honest, in case my ex, what would it have been, my landlord's a bit listening, but had a hairline crack, and we had them all over the wall. And when people were coming round and we were showing them around, we were leaving. All anyone ever said is, "Oh, you're in the music industry." And I go, "Yeah, I do a bit, strum a bit, you know." And it was, but they are a huge talking point. And the amount of people, as you know, out there, so many of you, you buy one and you end up buying a whole collection.
Also,
of
Gary,
them, you know,
that when I was a lad, and I was
a couple of years ago, then.
Yeah, when I was at boarding school, or a school that had a boarding house, of which I was a member. You know, you'd get your posters, your rock band or your pop artists, and your movies and what have you, and you'd put the posters up on the wall with a bit of blue tack. Yeah. But when you become an adult, what do you do? Kind of posters in the living room with a bit of blue tack don't really cut it, does it?
No.
And so you go and you buy some painting that looks fancy, but probably isn't. Or if you can afford it, you buy a named artist. But other than art, there's not much in the sort of the pop art or the the music world that you can put on your wall. And other than these are a great thing. You know.
Touching on pop art, which this really is. Yeah. I mean, when you look at people like Andy Warhol, Banksy, and all these guys now, you know. What's his name? The Liechtenstein, all that type of art is very in now. Yeah. Very, very in. And it's amazing. These do look great, but they are really musical art in their own.
One of Madonna's, this is my subtle segue to what we're actually talking about. One of my favourite albums of Madonna's actually is Ray of Light. And the song Ray of Light is really, it was very kind of funky and sort of a bit electro or techno. I absolutely love it. Great tune to drive with. Well, actually, it's not, because you end up speeding by mistake. Not that I've ever done that.
No, you wouldn't do that, would you? Yeah. Well, the great thing about Madonna as well, I mean, as an artist, she constantly reinvented herself. Yeah. A bit like people like Bowie, maybe, as well. They constantly, you know, they reinvent
she was
themselves.
The best, though.
And she was amazing, you know. And having met her once, I was told she would be,
Was she
in
nice?
America, I was told she'd be difficult to talk to if you're interviewing her, but you couldn't wish to meet a nicer person. Right. I know occasionally, she used to say Guy, when she was with Guy Ritchie, used to watch the collectible programs, particularly the sports ones, because they used to, you know, they would be looking for them, and some of his friends came from the football world.
Shows?
Yeah, the old shows, particularly the sport
I wish I'd
ones.
known, because I'd love to work with Guy Ritchie.
And she said a couple of times, I used to turn them on and watch them if I was in, you know, but she turned the sound down a bit and just watched the actions.
That's amazing.
And I said, I do that at your gigs, and she'd actually laugh.
We've had a lot of people. You know. Johnny Depp liked watching us as well.
Yeah, I know.
One of my dreams is to work with Guy Ritchie one day, because I've always,
I can imagine,
Yeah, you and I could play like Evvies. I did a British gangster film, which was a director who was doing very much a Guy Ritchie type film, and it was called Geezers. G-E. Actually, they changed the title of it in England. I forget what it's called in England. Well, it's a good film. It's been on the telly over here.
I've seen that. I didn't know you were in that. Yeah. I'll have to have a look.
I played Mishap, because if you meet me, chances are you're going to have a bit of a mishap.
It wasn't M-I-S-S hap then. It was mishap.
Yeah, M-I...
Sorry.
Boy,
we're old friends.
Watch it.
Yeah, I'm off. I'm in trouble.
Well, my partner, his name was Cricket, and the cricket bat was his choice of utensil. When it came to extracting...
That was his pen when he was signing the cheques, was it? You imagine?
Yeah, he signed a lot of faces.
Yeah.
Pink. Now let's get back on track, shall we? Mr. Ritchie, if you are watching, then I would please look me up on IMDb. I am a trained professional actor. Would love to work with you one day. Thank you. Oh, cheek. My director, honestly, just said, "Well, you're an actor." Cheek. Honestly, trained professional. He's doubting. Well, takes one to know one.
Nice,
That's
is
all I'm
it,
saying.
eh?
Anyway, let's go to Pink, shall we?
I love you acting, though. You're very good. He is very, very good on stage.
Yes,
on the
stage, thank you.
Well, on stage, on the screen. I've seen you in the flesh performing on the stage, haven't I? As an actor.
Yes, but I don't do that anymore. That was just a Saturday night job.
Yeah, surprising what you do with a drink, isn't it?
I couldn't get enough. I couldn't get enough £1 or £5 notes into my speedos.
I don't know. You were in the wrong place, maybe.
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 Anyway, and back to the television show in hand. This is Pink. Now, I remember when she came out, when she launched. When I say not came out, when she launched. Yeah. And let's get this party started. I thought, wow, I've loved her ever since. I've loved the fact that she the sort of rehash, is that the right word? That doesn't sound very flattering, but of The Greatest Showman.
Oh yeah.
And she's just she's become really quite an iconic reimagining. That's a better word. Thank you, Kieran.
Well, her concerts are meant to be amazing, aren't they?
Yeah,
live, she's just supposed to be incredible live. Yeah. And she's got a fantastic voice, a lot of power there.
Oh, she really has.
Yeah, she's
amazing. I think that was because she did a lot of the poppy stuff when she first came out. Yeah. And that happens a lot with artists. I mean, I suppose the same is true with Gaga as well, who's also just a phenomenal artist. But then once they start doing the really challenging thing, where you've got to have an amazing voice, you suddenly find out that there's more to them than just... I'm not saying that pop is basic, but it's not always as demanding on the voice.
No, sure.
You know, but musically, Pink is amazing.
Yeah, I think she's fantastic.
Yeah, I do.
I'd bring her around for tea any day of the week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I'd even give her a slice of cake.
Oh, well, yeah, she'd be ringing up now. Give her the number of the studio.
Well, you know that Lady Gaga's a fan of the show, obviously. You know, she emails me quite regularly. I think it's her. Anyway, do you know what? Can I tell you a lesser-known story about me, Gary?
Go on.
I have 2 songs that I do as the king of karaoke. One of them is My Way by Frank Sinatra.
I've been the pleasure when you've seen that.
But have you heard the other one, which is, of course, Sweet Caroline?
Oh, right, yeah.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
And here we have the one, the only Neil Diamond. Now, if my dad was watching, he'd buy one of these. He was a fanatic when it came to Neil Diamond.
Well, as you say, as soon as you get him singing or you play the song, wherever you are, everybody gets up. Or they can all sing. Every karaoke singer can sing Neil Diamond.
They even add words. Like Sweet Caroline has not got so good, so good. It's not in there. No. It's not in the original track, but everyone does it at karaoke. It's really weird.
Oh, I know. Yeah, well, Neil Diamond, he is huge, isn't he? He is massive fan base.
Wonderful raspy
I remember
voice.
Was it the jazz singer, the
jazz
music
singer,
wow. He's really talented. And again, we had quite a lot of requests. So if you're watching, Neil, this one's for you, mate. Yeah. You asked us.
I haven't seen the film yet because Hugh Jackman's just done a film about him, hasn't he? I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
I should imagine.
Yeah,
it'd be good. But Neil Diamond has a massive following.
Oh, yeah.
And as you quite rightly say, I think all these, remember, if you've never bought a collectible, these make superb gifts because you're buying something that's rare, unique, hard to find, and very, very desirable. And if you're a fan of the artist, you don't need to be a collector, just you're a fan of the artist, you think, wow, they make great, great gifts. And sometimes have a little think as well. If you've got a special occasion coming up, maybe pull your money together and buy something they'll never, ever forget, something that they'll really love. These fall into that category. Well, remember, there's only 100 in the world. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, it is the classic, what do you buy someone who's got everything? And it's such a thoughtful gift because if you only have to know what kind of, if a person has a particular band or artist that they love. And we've moved on actually to the next. Oh, the Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're talking. Oh, yeah. Wowee. Compact Snap. I mean, you've really dug deep with these, Gary. You've got, I mean, at one point or at some point, you'll have just about every major artist ever. And the fact is, there's no limit to who you can get, really, is there?
No, I mean, fortunately, because these are unique to this channel and this source, and you can't buy them anywhere else.
Well, they're made especially for
They're made especially for here.
Yeah.
That's how, when you say there's only 100 in the world, you know. Yeah. I mean, that's how special they are. And, I mean, we listen to what people want, and then we say to them, OK, we need a Jam, we need a Clash, we need a this. Yeah. And we just bring them out. I mean, I don't, but the people who produce them.
No, but the fact is you commission them. They are commissioned.
We commission them.
And I want to say that they're all completely handmade. I'll take one off the stand in a bit. They're ready to hang. You've got a certificate of authenticity that's all taped into the back. And it's a like a perspex rather than a glass because it just makes them easier to ship. But the frames are not metal frames, and they're all and inside the matte box, the cardboard. Again, it's all cut professionally and beveled. Or is it beveled or bezeled? Beveled, I think.
Beveled, yeah.
I mean, I say this every time we do this show. I once had a couple of newspaper articles framed.
Yeah.
And it was like £150 a frame. It was mad.
They're not cheap. I mean, they are all hand cut, individually made. They're not like a made up frame.
Yeah.
I mean, you think, oh, you must have the frames made up. No. Every one of them is handmade by
and they're not you can't just buy them from Debenhams or somewhere like that.
No, you could probably buy a frame.
But I don't know if they make frames that size in.
No.
You know.
Well, they're a unique size. They're a very unique size. The chances of getting that as a frame is the only way we do it is go to framers and
I just realised something, young man.
Yeah.
I can't believe after all the years we've been doing these shows, how many hours have we worked together? The gold discs have a gold frame, colour frame, and the platinum discs have a platinum colour frame. I've only just literally have just noticed that.
Really? Oh. Yeah, it's funny that we try to do that, rather than getting them a gold disc with a platinum in or a platinum.
Well, it's so obvious now. I realise it. Honestly, sometimes I can be really thick.
I don't know. I could never go that. No,
thicker than a whale sandwich.
Maybe we were in your inspirational mood, thinking of your creativity side,
That's right.
And so for a second
I was too distracted by my genius. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, now. The young ones. Oh, do you remember when the young ones did the record with Cliff?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't be afraid. Oh, I love it. I remember the young ones. But this is the original before the young ones came. In fact, the young ones were probably named after this record or this album from Sir Cliff.
Again, he still has a huge, very loyal following.
Yeah.
And again, we've had quite a lot of requests. I know there's Mary down in Southampton asked for some Cliff.
Yes.
We had another guy up in Liverpool, Mike Nelson, his name was. Yeah, Mike Nelson. And there was lots of people asked for Cliff, so we've managed to get these. So we've managed to get something produced for you for Cliff Richard. I'm sure that will go really well because he still has a huge following, Sir Cliff.
He's brilliant, and he's still at his age. I mean, gosh, he must be in his 80s, if not pushing
he's in
90
his 80s now.
I saw an interview with him. I think it was with Piers Morgan a while back.
Yeah,
he's still looking pretty, gosh darn good for his age.
I said to someone, I wouldn't mind looking like that when I was 80, and they said you look like it when you were 28.
Yeah,
that was me.
Do you know when he did that? It's Christmas time.
Yeah. And
I always thought the second line was mistletoe and wine.
Yeah.
And then I realised that, it's probably something else because children wouldn't be drinking wine, would they?
Maybe it was a wine gum.
Oh.
Sorry.
Anyway, I had one of his albums when I was a kid. One of his lesser known, or maybe it is mistletoe and wine.
It is mistletoe.
Children singing Christian rhymes. Oh, it is wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they're separate things. There was a song that was like, I like small steeples, I like tall steeples. With that music, I'm wired for sound.
Yeah.
Again, I've no idea if steeples is the right thing or not, but you know what? I loved that record. I had the 45.
Yeah, he was pretty versatile, and he was pretty versatile.
I've heard that, yeah.
I mean, I remember, I'll talk about it later, but we had a very interesting story about Sir Cliff. I'll tell you about it later.
Good. Yeah.
Really later. But again, we had the pleasure of meeting him, and he was really friendly, really nice guy.
Yeah, he's a lovely bloke, I've heard.
And a couple of the band, like the Shadows were there, and Hank Marvin and Bruce Welch.
Because he was the attempt for the Brits to produce an Elvis in the way that the Monkees were the Americans' attempt to create the Beatles.
That's right. He was sort of created for the coffee clubs of Soho when they started off.
Right.
They tried Tommy Steele and Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
They were both had that sort of feel about them of bringing that type of music to the UK, having a coffee or maybe something a little stronger. But a lot of that started up, the Three Eyes and all that, Three Eyes Club in Soho was where like Cliff Richard and a lot of them guys first started.
I remember that. We've moved on. It's the partner of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to fashion that into a proper joke, so I just
that image
I gave you the punchline.
It's a part of the seam, didn't it, that one?
There's the joke.
Yeah.
There's the joke.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes, she was wearing a red dress. And it was very form-fitting. And when she put it on, it was the parting of the red seam. Very good. Thank
Something
you.
like that, yeah.
See, that's why we worked together for so many years.
That's great, yeah. That's why we don't get many bookings, though, isn't it? Anymore?
Yeah, true. That is true.
No, the diary's full, honestly. We might be able to fit one or two in. But yeah, Dolly,
That's what she said.
Parton. Dolly Parton, hugely popular. We've had a few signed photographs of her, which are really hard to get now. But she's so popular. And again, we've introduced this for you. Lovely picture of her. Anyone who loves their country music or has got a real affection for Dolly couldn't go better than that. Could you imagine that hanging on the wall? Someone you love would love that as a great, great gift.
She's brilliant. A great actress as well. Yeah.
And as you said, the key thing about these those sort of gifts that you never ever forget. Once you've got them, it's one of those. It's not like, where the hell do I buy them? As you said, the person who's got everything. Doesn't matter how much they are, how wealthy they are, how poor they are. These are the gifts that they'll love and cherish. Plus, it's something very different.
There are many gifts that you get to you could literally get to see every day as well.
And it brings you pleasure, I think, because you know, and these are so. When we do the charity auctions, the prices.
Oh, I know.
I'm not hyping them up. I can tell you where and when.
Well, I can tell you something, Mister. I need to get you involved with my balls, because Stop being so puerile.
With an L on, or an
no, because
I
do. I attend a lot of charity events as well, as you know. And Rick Wakeman is one of this gentleman's club of which I am also a member. And so when we do these big charity balls once a year at the Royal Lancaster Hotel, about 800 people, they're big sort of, celebrity night and all of that. And invariably he will auction off one of his similar type of things to this, and they go for thousands and thousands and thousands.
Yeah, they do. I mean, we had one recently because I've got a grandchild, so my grandson, my daughter's little boy, who's very badly autistic and he's disabled and stuff. So I do quite a lot for the school. You know, trying to help them to raise money. And they had recently a couple. They had a Bowie and an Oasis I donated for them for the thing, and they went for like over. I think one went for £1,500. One nearly 2,000. Obviously, we can't guarantee that, but that gives you an idea of how. But
these are good things. If you are doing any kind of charity auction or something, then they are and look, you're getting them for 250 quid. Yeah, you'll get more than that for them. I pretty much would suggest.
We have people who buy them for actual putting in events at charity events. Because usually they go for a lot of money. The perception, I've actually been at them where you have to stand up and say, "This is not the original." You do know it's not the original, but they love them. They really do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at that time when, if you've been watching on Freeview, if there's anything you want, particularly any of the signed items, we're going to do a full preview of a quick one, very quick preview at the top of ITV, and when they join us in a moment, along with STV, but it will get pretty manic. So stand by. Here we go. We'll be back with you in just a few seconds' time. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shop on TV with me, Rob Locke, with an E. It's that time again. It's collectibles. One of my favourite all-time shows. If I could just do collectibles every night, I surely would. And this is music memorabilia for you this evening, or this morning, or today. I never know what to call it. But I can tell you, here are the cliff notes of what's going on, the abridged version, and then we're going to do it. We have lots of new items tonight, and they're all viewer requests. Every time we've done these shows in the past, people have been saying, "Have you got a this? Have you got a that? Have you got a something around the corner?" And every single email we've taken on board, and we've requested them, because all of the discs, the gold and platinum discs you're going to see tonight, are all exclusive to Shop on TV. They're all made bespoke. We literally commission them directly and on your behalf, just for you and for this show. They're all limited to 100 pieces and so on and so forth, and we'll get into all of that. All handmade. They're all amazing. They're all big. They're all 24 by 20 inches, and they're ready to hang. Full certificate of authenticity. full provenance, the whole 9 yards. However, what I also want to say tonight is we have got some very, very, very limited edition signed item, I mean like 1 or 2, including a signature from Barry Manilow, Kylie Minogue, Ozzy Osbourne, and the King of Rock and Roll, Elvis Aaron Presley himself, in fact, and Celine Dion too. Now, certain of these items, the sort of the higher ticket items, just so that they don't get put in baskets and people aren't prevented from ordering them, that's happened in the past. So we've solved all that tonight. I'll let you know which ones, but with some of the signed items, you have to call the phone number only. You can only order them on the phone, and that way we know that they are legitimate callers only. And I'll let you know if it's just a one-off, and how many people are trying to get it, and how quick you need to be to make sure you seal the deal, if that's something you want to do. But before we go into looking at everything on the show, it's very important to know that the man, the myth, the legend is here as well. I couldn't do this alone. It's Gary Ashburn.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Oh,
good to see you, eh?
You're deceptively far away.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Yeah.
How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, still breathing, I think. You know, still here.
Yeah.
I suppose I should say belated Happy New Year, because I haven't seen you since the whole New Year.
Has it been? No,
yeah,
surely not. Really?
Year, you know.
It was the last show before Christmas.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. I had a little bit of hair then, I think. But no, I didn't.
I don't know how to. I really have nothing to say about that. Right, shall we do it, Gary?
Yeah,
We're going to do. We'll do 30 seconds on. By the way, there are about 80 other items on the website, but 90 in fact. But we'll start with Pink Floyd. Here we go. This is Division Bell, and 240. They're all £249.99. Gary, in a nutshell.
Yeah, they're all reduced down tonight. Special price from £300. That is a snip, brand new tonight. The other one, Dark Side of the Moon. I think there's just 3 or 4 left.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And then they're gone. So that's a brand new one. That will fly.
Yes, it will. And this is the platinum, because basically we start with a gold version, and then if that sells out, those 100 sell out, then we go to a platinum. So if you see platinum, it means the gold's already gone. So that's Pink Floyd, Division Bell. Now, you asked for him. We've got him for you. The one and only Prince. Purple Rain.
Yeah. Oh. Are you sitting on my nail there? Or
sitting on something. I think I just burst something, actually. Now, just to give you an idea, where is he? Just to give you an idea of scale, look, these are huge. Again, they're metal frames, Perspex covers. That's the real CD, that's the real CD cover, and then you've got an 8x10 glossy as well, and individually hand-numbered as well.
Yep, all individually numbered. Once they're sold out, they're gone, that is it. Cliff Richard, we've had loads of requests for Cliff Richard.
Yep, here he is.
We really have. And again, here he is, just for you, we listen. And again, it's the same principle, limited edition of 100, all numbered individually, and they're 24 by 20 big pieces. This is the only place you can buy any of these discs. Is here on the shop on TV.
There are only 10 of those left. Once the 100's sold out, that's it. So, by the way, this is just a preview. We're going to look in depth. Well, we just want you to know everything that we've got. These are all the new items. Dolly Parton is here. We just made up a very good joke about Dolly that we'll talk about when we'll repeat for you when we get to her later.
Well, we had on the last show signed photos of Dolly Parton. Flew out the door. Again, lots of requests. Here it is. It's stunning. This, the Dolly Parton there, the great gold disc, great image of it. And again, limited edition of only 100 in the entire world. Yeah. So you need to get in there quick if you want a bit of Dolly.
Absolutely, and we're not talking about the sheep either. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's one of our first signed items. All of them are verified. They're all certified is the word I was looking for. Yeah. And here she is. Now, obviously, when we get to this, I think it needs spinning around. But no, it was a joke. It was a joke, Gary.
Very good.
But that one doesn't need spinning around. But there she is. Great photo, but that is actually her signature.
Yeah, all the hand-signed images do come with a certificate of authenticity that's guaranteed 100% real. And
she's neighbours tonight with, we've got an Aussie. Now, by the way, how many Kylies? 3 Kylies. We've only got 1 Aussie. Now, again, I know this will need, so I'll hold this properly so you can, when we get to it. But that is a wonderful photo of him, and that is his genuine signature.
Yeah, that again for Aussie, that is a really good price. Comes, as I say, all these signed ones are guaranteed 100% hand-sided. You get all the provenance that comes with it to know it's real.
There's only one though. First, and is that a phone order item? that you can order on the web, but you have to check out immediately. That will go, it's very, very quickly. Yeah. Now, actually, if that's a little past or beyond your budget, although it's not much beyond the budget, I have to say, we do have the disc as well, the Black Sabbath disc at $249.99.
Yeah, this we saw once before, absolutely flew. And again, it's a great image, the same as all of the others. There's about, I think there's over 80 of these already on the website of lots of artists, so do go have a look. But Black Sabbath, really, really popular, getting quick for him.
And I'm a little concerned that actually somebody's been trying to steal that. Maybe I'm just paranoid.
Oh.
Oh, here he is. Sorry, I know. The big hook's going to come in a minute. David Bowie. Is it Bowie or is it Bowie? What did he say?
It Bowie, but I'm not sure, you know.
In America, they'd say Bowie.
Do they?
A Bowie knife is a Bowie knife in America.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I love this. It's the man who rocked the world live, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. And you've got that. Oh, so now this you've actually got in your hand.
Yeah. What this?
Oh, this isn't a disc. This is a vinyl.
No, this is an actual vinyl. This is actually a limited edition of. There's only 500 of these ever made. Yeah. And as you see, I'll get it out in a minute. They're all coloured, different coloured vinyl. Yeah. And what these are, they're really, really rare. This is again first time we've seen this today, and these are flying. Real collector's item. Only 500 in the entire world. So grab.
And what a great price, $29.99 as well. So yes, because they're a live radio recording, aren't they? I don't know why that completely escaped my mind. Let's move to, actually, if you do want to get yourself a disc, we do have a handful left of the Aladdin Sane. There aren't many of them remaining, so I would grab one of those while you can.
Yeah. Well, again, we've got. I think we still got two. We've got this, and we also have the Hunky Dory. A few of them left. But the Bowie discs have proved phenomenally popular. He has a really loyal following. You know, massive following. And the great thing about all of these is they're all individual. It's the only place you can buy them. Yeah. So maybe if you buy one of those today, you'll be only one of 100 people in the world to own it.
You're going to be one of one to own this. This is a genuine postcard. Again, the provenance, we'll talk about provenance and certification. By the way, you're ordering these from ITV through your official shopping show on ITV. Yeah. And STV. We couldn't be saying this is a real signature if it wasn't, because we'd be in all kinds of legal trouble. But it is proven. We know this. Now it's £2,495. But if you want this is it's an exclusive. Nobody else can get their hands on this at the moment, and you have to call 03333 241 241 for this. This is a phone order only. You cannot put this in your basket, but there's only one. If you want a legit Elvis signature,
you can't go wrong. And I was actually originally at the charity auction when I was a director of Stanley Gibbons many years ago. Yeah. This was at a charity auction that this was actually offered, and I was there when it was sold. But I know all the provenance and background to that. It was bought originally and offered by Fraser's. Meant great provenance, 100% real, and a great price.
Well, in its history, it's been authenticated by various auction houses and experts. Yeah. Any signature that's on here has been authenticated by experts. And there is a full history, and it's absolutely known and certain and guaranteed and certified that it is genuine. Yeah. Which on the internet, what did you say? Something like 95% of signatures.
The internet,
or more.
It's claimed, that probably very high percentage of the signatures are not genuine, sadly. At least ours, with the backing of the society, remember of, it's a great way to get them. But we'll tell you more about that in a minute.
Absolutely. This is a kind of magic, though.
This is a kind of magic. And the Queen Greatest Hits has already sold out. So this is the only Queen item we currently have at the moment. Yeah. And this is flying out the door as well. If you've got a Queen fan, all of these, you don't need to be a collector, but if you know someone who appreciates these artists and you're looking for a unique, rare, unusual gift that's highly collectible, all of them tick all the boxes. Whoever you buy it for, they'll love it.
Yeah, birthdays, anniversaries. I mean, around the office, if you've got a pub, a restaurant, a club, a B&B, or just for the office, just for the home, line them, put them up your staircase if you've got a two-storey, a duplex, a lot of wherever you want to put them. The great thing is you get to see them every day. This is Oasis. I particularly love this one because you've got the sheet music as well. I think that's a really nice addition. It's a slightly different layout, isn't it?
It is. It's a different edition. Again, a very big chunk of these have gone. There's not so many of them left. It's a great item. And again, we have 2 Oases, but this has probably been the more popular one of the 2, but they're both highly popular. And again,
well, half of the limited edition has gone already.
Yeah, that's right. And remember, once they're sold out, we can't get any more of these. There's strictly 100 only, and they're purely available, unique to this channel only. If you want one, you've got to get on the phones or on the web now to grab these.
Today is going to be the day. And by the way, this is the platinum edition, so the gold one would have sold out. Remember,
it's already gone.
It's already gone. If it's platinum, we've done the gold edition. All 100 have sold out. Then once all 100 of the platinum sell out, that's it. You'll never see that again.
That's right.
I would say I have to, I suppose, preface this by saying arguably, but I think most people who love Pink Floyd would agree, this is probably certainly one of the best music albums ever written by one of the greatest bands ever.
Yeah, and it's
only 6 of these left.
That's right. That's it. And these are in allocation. So if you don't get on the phone or on the web quick, you're going to lose out on this. That is it. It's a really hot album, and we actually brought out the Liberty Bell one as a new Pink Floyd today. We've introduced that. We'll have another look at that later. But this again, if you want that, it's just about to sell out. Get in there really quickly, or you'll miss out.
So these are, again, all brand new items. Look, this is a very interactive show. If you want to email Gary and me, studio@shopontv.co.uk, studio@shopontv.co.uk. If you have any requests, if there's anything we don't already have, just let us know and we will get them commissioned for a future show. However, before you do that, go to shopontv.co.uk, click on Live On Air Shop Now, because we've got almost 100 items. Obviously, we're never going to see all of these tonight, but look at, I mean, what we brought to you. Look, it's everything in the repertoire, really.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all on there. They're the great time photographs.
Celine,
Pink there, Kylie, Celine Dion. Then we've got these new discs, Kraftwerk. Remember all of these, that Kraftwerk is a Genesis. They're a limited edition, and the Bowie. They're all a limited edition of 500 worldwide.
Genesis.
A real collectible item,
One of those records.
And we'll look at that. They're all colourblind. They've got Nile Rodgers there, Chic. They've got your Elvis you spoke about, Barry Manilow. That's another signed one. Next to him, Don McLean. And so you've got all the Beatles there at the end, Abbey Road. We have a real mix of these. You're coming down, you see Elvis there. We've got a couple of Elvises in the range. Then you've got up
Is that all of them?
There, Bruce Springsteen, Michael Jackson, Tina Turner. Like there is just about every artist you can
4 pages. George Michael.
Yeah, you can see them all there, can't you?
Celine,
George Michael. It's like the old thing years ago. Rod Stewart there. You got Phil Collins.
Yeah. Coldplay. I love our CEO. Probably get the Coldplay one. He loves his Coldplay.
Yeah,
Jamie.
There's so many there. I mean,
Smiths.
Smiths.
The Beatles.
Then you've got
Rod
the old,
Stewart. Guns N' Roses.
Look,
Motorhead.
Yeah, Motorhead. I was trying to the name gone for a minute. Elvis up there again. That's the
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. We've got a huge Elton John.
ABBA. Buddy Holly.
Yeah. That Bowie there is just about to sell out as well. The Heroes one with the
Def
image.
Leppard. I love Def
Beautiful
Leppard.
one, that is. Great one. Another Elvis there.
But I'm a bit of an animal.
Then we have Frank Sinatra. You've got Grease there, look. You can see. Then we've got John Lennon, Imagine.
You've got Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. That's the second best album ever written. I love that album.
They're great. These really are. There's something Simon Garfunkel.
Paul Weller,
there's just so many. AC/DC up there. There's Bee Gees. Look, you name them.
Eagles,
they're there. There's Rolling Stones.
The Clash.
Clash, There is a huge range, and we're constantly creating new ones. And do keep getting messages into the studio here, and we'll keep telling you all about what's going on and when. You know.
I'm sure. Have you got a few hellos to say later as well?
Yeah, we've got a few.
Yes. All right. We'll start off. Look, we haven't got all of those 100 in the studio. But if there's something you want to see, have a look on the website first. We are now going to go through all of the items in the studio. Already, these are flying out the door, every single one of them. The autographs are all pretty much spoken for as well. So I'm not going to push it. I realise that, particularly with the higher ticket items, you need to make that decision in your own good time. Now, when you do, be quick, or as quick as you can, because if you don't, somebody else will get there before you.
We'll dive it, that's right.
Yeah. So we're going to start, though, with Pink Floyd, Division Bell.
Division Bell.
I want to show you... sorry, actually, I was going to move up. get out of the way there because that's not very flattering. I want to show you, I will at some point, how big these frames are. They're 24 inches by 20. Metal frames, hand framed. You've got the cardboard mat boxes inside that are all hand cut, hand assembled, hand everything, ready to hang on the wall. I mean, they're just beautifully presented.
And they have the certificate on the back that coincides with the
real
number
CD,
on the front.
Real CD cover, 8x10 glossy, individually numbered.
Yeah, and they are unique to this channel. There is no, you can't buy these anywhere else. If you've seen them at other events, maybe at charity dues or something, you may well have seen the items that they give like this, the gold disc or that to the bands. They come up in charity auctions from time to time, but they go for massive amounts of money. These actually were produced for that market to make an affordable version that you can get to hang on your wall. Yeah. So these are really unique, totally unique to here. And remember, every one of them is only 100 exist. They're individually numbered, so the only person in the world to own that one is you.
Sorry, that's my my attempt at a klaxon.
Oh, go on, I've shut up. Yes.
Aussie has sold out.
All right, I'm not surprised.
I know.
It's a great image. Congratulations.
Actually, that's the one you're going to get. Not only are you getting an Aussie, but it's also been on live television as well, on ITV. And touched by Gary Ashburn. Even our camera's standing back in amazement.
I wore gloves when I touched it, gloves. But the great thing about those discs, as I say, they are superb and they come beautifully in a real clever, big box, well padded out, courier delivery straight to your front door, so you can't go wrong with them. Do have a look through the website, though.
Fraser, what is also vulnerable, would you say? Now, Aussie's gone. Kylie's vulnerable. Kylie's now limited. She's about to sell out.
Yeah.
Remember, we've got Barry Manilow as well. David Bowie, Man Who Rocked the World, the $29.99, that's about to go. Yeah, these vinyls, there are about 4 or 5 of them. Get them quick, because there aren't many of them.
Yeah.
They are real records. You can play those. I mean, I wouldn't, but
it actually says most of these...
sorry, Gary, I'm doing a little flit around, but we're actually talking about Division Bell, so... sorry, forgive me.
So I get all excited about it.
I'm trying to make sure everybody gets what they want, you see.
Yeah.
We're juggling a lot of balls.
Juggling a lot of balls, yeah.
Why don't you sum up Division Bell for us?
Well, we brought this tonight, because it's been introduced tonight as a new Pink Floyd, because the other one is right on the cusp. I think it's about to sell out now, The Dark Side of the Moon. There's such a massive demand for Pink Floyd, so we decided to go for the next one. So this is the next one out, We've got this one, and again, it's the first time you've seen it tonight. Great image of them, but remember, if you're a Pink Floyd fan or you have one in the family, these really are fabulous gifts. You don't need to be a collector. You may never have bought before, but these do make fantastic gifts. To hang them on the wall, they look brilliant.
The gold version in previous shows we've done must have sold out, because this is the platinum.
Yeah, I think they did. That's right. A long while ago. Yeah, we must have done a long while ago.
Right, folks, it's very busy. Please check out. Remember, if you've got something in your basket, it's not yours until you pay for it. So please don't think you've secured it or stopped someone else from getting it, because you haven't. Right, so let's go to Kylie. Kylie is limited. There's one left. Yeah. So if you want Kylie, you really, really, really need to check out. It's going to be, we're moments away from Kylie selling out.
That's a great one of Kylie's, wasn't it?
I love
Kylie. You, Rob, on the phone?
Yeah. I know, that's what she looks like after an evening with me.
Oh, what are you going to say then?
Yeah, she's like exhausted, she is, poor thing.
Yeah, what she say? You should be so lucky.
Very good. Well, we both held her hot pants.
Yeah.
We have her gold hot pants. We have.
That's the story.
I don't think we've got enough time to explain it, so we'll just leave that one hanging.
We'll go that till later.
So again, how do we know this is really Kylie that signed this?
Well, every signed item we bring you, I'm a member of, if you haven't met us before or seen us here, I'm a member of AFTAL, which is an organisation that was created for the trade with autograph dealers. So you can go there safe in the knowledge that the signed items are 100% real. All of the items we have on here come from either AFTAL or UACC ITV is another society. Dealers who have been established for many years. What we try to do is take away the ifs and the doubts that with signatures. There's lots of them, lots of doubts. So all of the pieces you buy, if it's signed, we guarantee it's hand signed. It's not a facsimile, it's not a copy, it's not an altar pen. They guarantee 100% it's hand signed, and you'll get the certificate of authenticity as your provenance that comes with them, so you cannot go wrong. And we've been in the trade. Any problems, these are exchanged immediately, but basically these are 100% we guarantee. That's our promise to you.
So the Kylie is now spoken for. All of the last one is also being the sale is being processed now. So you may have missed her. You can try, but if you've got to check out immediately. We've got quite a lot of really good signed items tonight. Now, but the man who rocked the world, 20 of you are already in the process of buying this. I don't know how many of these we've got, but there aren't a huge number of them, are there? This is now. I remember we talked about this, because for us to get records, that you're talking about all kinds of licensing intricacies with record labels and so on and so forth. But there are slightly different rules with radio recordings, isn't that right? Or live recordings.
Live. This particular one, they all tell you they're all live recordings that have appeared normally on the radio. Most of them are radio, but they're live events. The radio has bought the license. They're not sort of, you know, what do you call them? They're not pretend ones. I've got the name. What are they called?
Fake?
No, it's gone out of my head for a minute. Sorry. Anyway, they're all genuine.
Yeah.
There's only 500 of
replicas?
each one plays. Yeah, replicas.
They're not
replicas.
You
know, they're not. They're officially licensed. Officially licensed. They've all got colour vinyl. I'll show you this one, because we'll have a look at it. But they're all, as Rob said, they're all live gigs that the various artists.
So this was a Bowie gig that was recorded.
Yeah, this particular, it tells you on the back. This actually was, where is it at? So I just read it somewhere. Yeah, this was recorded live at Westway Studios and was on BBC Radio Theatre in June 2000.
Wow.
So it tells you what it is. Yeah, I'll show you the back. I'll turn that over. Sorry, I'm doing it quick. But as you can see,
you can play the records if you want.
Oh yeah, this is a record to play. This is.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I just give you a heads up here? Sorry, someone is on the phone for the Elvis at the moment. Remember, that is a phone order only. If they're on the phone, it's probably gone, because they will be, charged at the end of the call. So if you wanted the Elvis, you might have missed it. I don't know. I'll let you know. If it springs back, we'll let you know, and then if you were going to get it, somebody else can jump on the phones, or you could try jumping on the phones. But I mean,
it is
I don't
really
want to try and take it out. Well, I don't know if you will be able to take it off the other person.
If anyone wants any more information about that later, leave a message and I'll get back to you, because I know the history of that from when it arrived in the country.
And by the way, Gary,
the auction where it was auctioned.
You can get, autographs, authenticated autographs from anybody.
Yeah,
but it's a question of what's the budget, you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously, and you've got to be so cautious. I mean, it is a minefield of unless you're there. All you can do is try and, cut the tape to deal with people who've been doing it for a long time. I mean, the great thing about the ones we give you as an organisation, this is the Bowie one. Yeah, we'll put that away.
Careful.
Sorry.
Yeah. That we won't send that one out to somebody. That's touched by Gary. That's Gary's one. But they are. So that's the Elvis details. But they are. How many of those discs have we got? Those vinyls have we got? Fraser.
I think.
Yeah, David Bowie. What, sorry, excuse me. We're just. Never mind. I'll come back to it.
I think we've got about 50.
There are 35 left, so be quick if you want it. Real record. It's not often you can buy a new record of David Bowie's.
Well, that's it. And it,
I know it's not technically new,
the great thing about
me,
I'm a big vinyl lover, so we'll talk about that in a minute, but I believe they are far more desirable.
Vinyl's come back. My son David, he's a massive fan of The Weeknd.
Yeah.
He's spending, and the vinyl these days, the presentations, he's spending fortunes on vinyl, not on digital music.
More than that is for one that they've done millions of, been reproduced, remastered. That's far more collectible.
Yeah, it really is the dark side of the moon when it comes to it.
Yeah.
It's the best I can do, TikTok, sorry. We've only got, say that again, Fraser, 5 available and 4 people are already ordering
Well,
them.
it's going to sell out.
Yeah, it is. In fact, it is limited stock now.
If you want that now, you've got to either get on the web or phone up immediately because you're going to miss out.
Money.
Remember, we do have the
it's
new
not a lot
one
of
here
money.
Today. No, really good. But they are so popular, and that proves the point. You know, we had several of these now. The 100 have already gone.
Yeah.
This is about to go.
Well, it's your last chance to buy the Dark Side of the Moon at all, because that's the platinum version. There's nothing above platinum.
Nothing
Once
left.
this last two now sell out.
Yeah.
That's it for Dark Side of the Moon. You won't get this presentation.
The only opportunity is the Division Bell one, which we just introduced tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a new one if you're a Pink Floyd.
But Dark Side, forget it. This is your last chance.
Yeah. That's going to go. But yeah, going into these discs, remember each one of these, there's over 80 versions on the website. If you go to the website, there's over 80 different versions. But we listen to you. So if you have artists you particularly want, 7 of the people on the show tonight are what you asked for. So we've produced them for your demand. So if you tell us what you want, we'll try and get them and bring those artists out. But do look through the web, because it's a huge range on there, and there'll be people you couldn't believe. And some of them like Beatles, Elvis, there's several of them, Bowie, several different ones, but you have to get them quick.
One of the reasons Gary is so happily married is because he listens.
Yeah.
So, and he listens to you. He really does. We take these. I wish we could do these more regularly, but you know, I'm not leaving until we've done a film and TV memorabilia.
But that should be next. We've got to do that next. We've had loads of requests for that as well.
What's the story with this one?
Well, the story is, again, it's we've sold lots and lots of them, so I think this will be one of the next that will probably sell out. We have 2 different Oasis one. This one is probably the more popular, maybe, because it's a bit different. It's got the actual song sheet there for Wonderwall. But these are 24 by 20 inches. They're bigger than the normal size. The normal size are 50 by 40. This is 50 by 60, this one, so they're huge.
Oh, yes.
And they come, every one of these discs is delivered by courier to your front door or your office, wherever you want them to do it. And they come guaranteed delivery in beautiful packaging. I think in the 20 years I've used discs, they come from the same source. Obviously these are a different type, but they come, I don't think we've had 4 or 5 ever returned.
No,
in fact, what happens when you get one, the likelihood is you'll order a lot more. Many of you buy 4 or 5. We maybe show you some collections of people's homes. We can see them up the stairs or around the room or in their office, in a business.
Got those, Fraser?
Yeah, they look fantastic.
Lovely.
They really do. You hang them on the wall, they turn heads.
Of course, with that one, when you order it, today's the day that we'll throw it on back to you.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. And I ate there it is. That's somebody's home. I've been to see him. His home is a shrine. It's like a museum. As you look at there, it's amazing. And most of those, unfortunately, is obtained over the years from the different shows we've done. His house is like, look at it. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really is unbelievable, you know.
They are very, very collectible.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you, maybe I'll try and twist the one on the easel round. I just want to show everyone at the back, because I can't really handle this. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
But unless we've got a spare one that I can just show everybody the back of, which would be good, because they are ready to hang.
Yeah.
Now, Cliff Richard, a lot of people asked for Cliff Richard. There are only 9 of these, and they're about to sell out. They're almost limited stock, so grab Cliff while you can. I mean, he is the Elvis of the UK, really, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he started in the coffee bars of Soho, didn't he, years ago? You know,
didn't we?
About the time of Tommy Steele and a bit like, when he's a bit of a living doll then.
Oh,
sorry, and he was. I mean, he was really successful, wasn't he? He started off the sort of music and everything, but he's a national treasure, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he is so popular. And again, we had loads of requests. You asked for them. I know it was Mary in Southampton. There was what's his name, the Milne guy, the family up in Stenhouse Muir. That was in Scotland. They specifically asked for Cliff. Here it is for you. You know.
Yeah.
But he is very popular, huge following, and you know, again, you've got something you want, and that's one of his first, most famous sort of films and albums ever, wasn't it? You know, the Young Ones.
Oh yeah, for real. Well, and again, when you think about the Young Ones, the TV show, that would have been named probably after that album, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's
I would
right.
think.
Yeah.
And of course they did a collaboration together as well,
Yeah.
of course, which was #1. I remember that very well.
Yeah, he's just so popular. I mean, there's a massive demand for. I mean, look at him. He looks great as well. I mean,
He still does. I watched.
Yeah.
There was an interview with him. I don't know, a couple of years ago, and he's still going strong. Just absolutely phenomenal. Now, again, because this is the platinum, I know previous shows that Gary and I have done in different places, different times, different worlds, for different countries, because we've been doing this for a long time, the gold would have sold out, and also most of the platinum. So the last handful we've got now are the last of the 100 limited edition, and once they've gone there, that's it.
Yeah, I think
you ain't going to see this again.
The allocation we have, that's it. There may be a few more, but
you think so?
I think we might have a few like stored away quietly. Well, they have, I haven't, but
In the lockup.
Yeah, we tried to keep a few extras so you don't want to disappoint you.
Of course.
But the great thing about these shows, it really is important to get in quick. I'm not trying to wipe you up, but you can't walk down the high street and get these items. You can't go to the local shopping mall. It's really rare. So what you're getting is pieces of music, sort of early antiques, really, of music. You know, they're in that level, or of art, whatever it is. You're buying classic collectibles. That's so important. That's why they sell out so quick.
And Gary's the face of collectibles in the UK. He really is. You know, when you see this man shot, you know he's got some good stuff in his suitcase, including, and I have to say, when this sells out, don't worry, because my heart will go on.
Yeah.
There are only 3 available. The only Celine Dion. Now talk about somebody who's amazing in in concert. I wish I'd had a chance.
I have actually seen her in concert. She was amazing. Absolutely.
Did you see her in
amazing.
Vegas?
No, I saw her in the O2 actually, O2. But she is a very, very popular person.
By the way, so I just heard, Gary, all of the signed items, I wasn't too sure, they're all phone order only. So if you want to get Celine, you can't get her online.
No.
You have to call 03333 241 241. It's just for it's to weed out the jokers who are just bugging them in baskets to annoy people, and also for fraud and authentication purposes and legitimacy and all of that kind of malarkey.
Also, these sort of items, because there's so many people looking for something. You imagine if you're a fan, maybe you've got a special birthday, anniversary, wedding gift, whatever it may be, you're looking for something different for someone you love, and you don't know what to get them. Maybe they've got everything, eh? Maybe they've got everything anyway, But they touch the heart and soul of these different items, And Celine Dion has a huge following, and of course, sadly, not very well now. So her signature, not being rude, is very hard to get. Really? But she has a massive following, and all of these items. Remember, all the signed items come with a certificate of authenticity and a lifetime guarantee. So if you get anything, it's 100% real. Yeah. So do please get on the phones for these. But and if you bought one for the first time, keep the paperwork that comes with it. It's very important. If you ever want to move it, you get a certificate of authenticity with it, and it'll actually, every one of them is...
This is the Elvis one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an example of the Elvis one, but you'll get one.
They're not all from me. Some of them come from other people within the AFTAL or UACC or the specialist organisations. But these are the people who actually help people like the trading standards as an organisation. It's not me necessarily.
I wish I could remember what AFTAL stood for. Do you remember what AFTAL stands for?
Yeah, I do. The autograph. Oh, got to think of it for a minute. Yeah.
This is why I asked the crew and not you.
Autograph. Yeah. Autograph. Yeah.
It'll come back. It'll come back in a minute.
It'll come back in a minute. But it just basically gives you the comfort and the knowledge you're buying something that's real. Yes. So important. But do keep that paperwork. But all of these tick the box. If you're looking for something different for someone you love, if they're into any of these artists, they'll love these gifts. They really will.
And here she is again. Let's have a look at her, because she is the star of this particular moment. Yeah. Autograph Fair Trade Association Limited.
Yeah.
That's right. I used to trip off the tongue, that.
Yeah.
It's because we don't do shows
It's
as regularly
changed
as we
its
used
format of how it works at the moment. But basically, if it's got a certificate or something behind them, the dealer was a member there. It means very important.
And by the way, while we're at it, the Elvis I believe, is still available. Is that phone... It hasn't gone yet. Is the caller still on the line, do we know? They are still on the line, so it looks... Yeah, OK, I'll keep
I could say with the Elvis as well, if that's used on the line, if you want any more information, leave a message. I will come back to you about it.
Yeah.
Because I was actually, the original time when I was a director of Stanley Gibbons years ago, came from Fraser's, who at the time one of the probably the biggest memorabilia dealer in the UK. And they have all the background to that. I can tell you about where it was, what it went for. But that is a great piece of music
I'm not being funny, it's a really good price.
It is a really good price. Yeah.
We've had another sellout, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon is now officially sold out. That is the end of Dark Side of the Moon for these collectible discs. They are no more. Well done if you managed to get yours. You're going to love the next one because we had so many requests for Neil Diamond. He's my father's absolute favourite all-time recording artist. His Sweet Caroline is my karaoke award-winning, well, I say award-winning, hasn't actually won any awards, but in every other regard it's award-winning song. And his voice is so distinctive and so, I mean, ladies around the world, and I dare say a few men as well, have been enamoured by this man for many, many years.
Well, you know, if you ever go to an event where they have karaoke, someone's going to stand up and sing him. No, there's those who sing it and those who sing it. You can sing it. I'll give you that.
That is true.
You can sing it. And apart from that, you should
there are those there are those who screech it.
Yeah. But he will vouch, you know, how good we can sing this, you know. I've always been, if I go to karaoke, it's always on last orders, you know.
I love karaoke. Well, you know, I wish I could have been a pop star. That's what I really wanted to do.
Neil Diamond, hugely popular. And once again, loads of you have asked for it. Here it is. Yeah. Again, actually, all of these discs, as we said, there's over 80 different ones on the website. Do have a look at that website, www.shopontv.co.uk. You'll see the whole range, everything on there. There's so many of them.
Nearly 100 items.
Yeah, and if there's something missing, you let us know who you'd like to see, and we'll try and bring you them on a future show. But remember, there's only 100 in the world. The one you get is one. It will be numbered one of the 100, and once they're gone, that is it. They don't suddenly do more. So they're really collectible, really desirable. They come packaged, beautifully packaged, ready to take out and hang on your wall. You'll love them, I tell you, absolutely love them.
I love the famous rasp in his voice. Hands, touching hands. You know, he's got that little sort of, I forget what it's not vibrato, what's it called? It's like, there's a name for it because he's using multiple vocal cords at the same time. It's a chord, really. I suppose it would be a cordant sound.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's a great one to get them up dancing in it or singing when you put a bit of Neil Diamond on. You can't fail.
And strangely enough, when people do Sweet Caroline, they always add so good, but it's not in the original song. I don't know where that came from. It's
becoming a boxing amp as well. And
Is it?
At boxing, they play it all the time, don't they? It's like, when the boxers come in or leave the ring, it's all the crowd are singing his songs. Yeah.
Right, we're moving on to Charlie Watts of the Rolling Stones. Now, this is it web only?
Yeah.
$7.99.99. We don't, but you can order it on the web. I did see this, actually, the Charlie Watts. So this is a personally signed photo. It's only on the web. There are quite a few. So look, there's Nile Rodgers. We've got a number of signatures there, actually. There's a Brian Adams, which is that a signature? Yeah, Elvis, of course.
Adams.
There's Charlie Watts. We've got Don McLean as well.
Barry Manilow.
Barry Manilow, yeah. There's an Aussie disc.
Again,
there's an Aussie disc.
Those signed ones again come with impeccable provenance. So if you're looking for something like that,
can we at least show it? Can we at least click on it and show it, as we've mentioned it, if that's all right? Thank you. Oh, hello.
Lost it.
There we are. Lovely.
Yeah.
Now, that's a beautifully presented piece, isn't it?
It's a fabulous piece. This comes from one of the most respected, probably, in the whole of the country. He used to be on the board of AFTAL. Still a massive dealer, does lots and lots of special, VIP events. Yeah. Beautifully framed and mounted. The framing on that would cost you well over £200. All handmade individually. They got the plaque, all the cutouts. Fabulous image, and hand signed by Charlie Watts himself there. Amazing. on the actual, as you see on the
on the little sort of
image,
sheet
beautifully put together. That really is impeccable, and again, quite big piece. That it's actually it's 16 by 12. It's a big
It
piece.
is a big piece. I remember seeing that from the last show, I think. Now, Gary, if you don't mind just having a lean for us, because we've got a little ray of light shining over your shoulder. I remember when that album came out, and at the time I had a Saab convertible. I can say that because Saab are out of business.
Really?
Very disappointed. But, you know, Saab Turbo convertible.
Wow.
In my youth, when I was earning far too much money for my own good. And Ray of Light, I blew 4 sets of bass speakers in that car.
Wow.
And Ray of Light was one of the contributing culprits.
Yeah.
Absolutely superb album. Bit of a departure from her musically, stylistically, but wow, what an album.
But she's, again, a very clever artist who constantly reinvents herself, in her image. And she's done amazing over the years. When you think she starts, again, it's another karaoke one. I've never been to karaoke when someone doesn't get up and sing like a virgin, do they? And they normally
sing like a virgin, or they sing like a virgin?
Or someone like me sings it, and you think, doesn't quite look right, you know. I can't get the vowel on anymore anyway, you know. But no, she's hugely popular. I love Madonna. But again, we had lots of requests for Madonna. Here it is, you know, great image. You've got the gold disc again. And remember, whoever you buy these for, they really do love these gifts. They're fabulous gifts. You know, if you've got a special occasion or an event, do have a think about them, because they are superb. You don't need to be a collector, but it's very quick to fall into the habit for building a collection.
Tell your story about how Madonna and Guy Ritchie, when they were together, because they're not together anymore, is that right?
No.
They used to watch our show.
Well, they watched the show. Guy Ritchie did, apparently. Yeah,
I've always wanted to watch with Guy Ritchie. Yeah.
Apparently he used to watch the football.
Work with, yeah.
Yeah, if he was in, he would watch the football. But yeah, Madonna, I met her once, and she was lovely, lovely lady. Everybody said she's difficult to talk to. I thought she was lovely, you know.
I think everybody can have difficult days.
She found some of the interviewers boring, you know, and she said...
well, she was one of the most photographed women or people on the planet in her heyday, wasn't she?
I know.
You can understand how she would not suffer fools gladly. I think that's probably understandable.
Well, I thought she was absolutely lovely and a pleasure to talk to, you know, but then...
She said the same about you, actually.
Yeah. She asked her to blew me a kiss, but I don't think she smiled nicely. But no, I think she's fabulous, and she's really popular. You know, really popular.
Well, she's probably the greatest female recording artist of all time, isn't she?
The interesting thing about Memorabilia, we were talking about before the show, weren't we? At the moment, I don't want to be down in the dumps and with enough going on in the world, but the great thing about this, they give you an uplift. It's like when your shares, your pensions are all going, oh my God, they're going down. What am I doing here? You know, and it's horrible. The price of petrol's gone up and all that. People start to recede back, and they think, OK, I've had enough of this. I'm going to buy things I love and enjoy. And collectibles at the moment are going through the roof. You look at any auction house, the estimates, a lot of them are way higher than they used to be. You know, in all sorts of worlds.
Well, I know you get to see your money hanging on the wall.
Yeah, well, I mean, Vectis, who are a big auction house who used to start with die-cast, they now do everything. They just had a world record for one Matchbox vehicle, you know.
Wow, really?
Like over 22 grand. You know.
Well, the C3P, the only existing or known existing C3PO head used on screen, it was actually from Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Just sold for well over $1 million.
I know, it's huge. There's massive demand for this. This is the new in art, if you like, is collectibles. Because you hang it on your wall or you keep it in a collection, whatever it is.
But also it's not generic.
Buy it. It's unique and it's one-off. It's special.
Unique's the word, because it's not one of those, like I just spent a small fortune on new furniture for my place. And there are loads of these sort of generic-y type pictures in frame, well, not pictures, but, you know, paintings or art, if you want to call it that. And it's either that, or if you're lucky enough to be able to afford, you know, a named artist or a proper piece of art, as it were, then great. But for the majority of people in their home, what you stick on the wall, it's just basically it's wall covering schlock, isn't it? Whereas this is something people are going to look at, they're going to talk about, they're going to admire.
And you know, I do quite a lot of charity auctions. I mean, some of these, honestly, I'm not trying to hype them up, but give you an idea of the perception of what people's value of them is. There was a charity auction recently, you know, someone had one of the Bowies and they had an Oasis on. This is Jam, of course, another one we've been asked for. But some of them are selling for over £1,000 in charity auctions quite regularly.
I know.
If you want to know where, tell me, I'll
not.
tell you exactly where and when.
I kid you not. So every year, and unfortunately, it's the first year it's the 8th year I've actually missed it because I was working. I was doing an extra shift here. But every year, in the sort of the last Sunday of March, that was about literally just gone at the not Dorchester. It used to be the Dorchester at the Royal Lancaster Hotel.
Yeah.
In the Grand Ballroom, 800 plus people,
Huge
big
place.
celebrity bash, and the Gentlemen's Club of which I'm a member, and I'm not saying this to name drop, but Rick Wakeman is also a member, and in the auctions, the charity auctions, he literally has something very similar to this that they get made up for the charity auction. I've never seen, and signed by him, I've never seen one go for less than, £2,000, £3,000, £4,000.
I know that the perception is, I've actually stood up in them auctions and said,
I know.
You have to understand, this isn't the original,
No.
But people, that's what they value them at. They go, I was at one later on, we're seeing Nile Rodgers. I was at one when Nile Rodgers was doing the cabaret, and they sold for, a couple of £1,000. And he even thought that, they were really unbelievably good value.
The point is, Gary, I mean, if let's get all shopping television about it.
Yeah.
The quality of the framing, these are big. They are 24 by 20 inches. They're ready to hang. They're all handmade. Now, the vinyl is not the actual record. It's just it's a replica. It's vinyl.
Yeah.
But it's specially sprayed to make it look that the right colour. But in the centre is the actual CD.
Yeah.
And then the CD cover, and then an 8x10 glossy, and they're hand numbered. So every one of those plaques has to be individually handmade. So the fact is, if you took all the components just to get something framed of that size, cost you probably over £100.
Yeah.
I mean, the value there is very, very, very good.
Well, they are handmade. They're not.
That's what I'm saying.
They're, each one of those is handmade by craftspeople.
The cardboard it's beveled, it's hand cut.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. They really are very, very popular, and certainly, as I say, if you've got an artist that you haven't, an artist you particularly want, do let us know.
Yeah.
Send a message into the studio at shopontv.co.uk. You can do it now if you want. We'll try and mention it.
Yeah,
let us know who you want.
Emails,
and
Fraser.
we'll go looking for those items.
Fraser, we had any emails? He hasn't checked. He's going to check now. He's got a lot going on. He's got a lot of balls in the air. Now, what we're going to do is so many of you are looking at various different things. So we're going to do a little quick fire run through a few of the most popular items. A lot of people have been requesting, can we see this? Can we see that? Can we see something around the corner? So let's do it. Starting off with our equal most affordable item in the show. These are sheetlets. These are stamps.
Yeah, actual stamp. 4 different stamp images. It's official stamps there. They call it a stamp sheetlet, but if you went to St Vincent, you could actually use those as postage. You never would, because obviously in its format, these are actual sheetlets, framed up, very collectible, something different, very affordable. Anything to do with Michael Jackson, always popular.
I just love the word sheetlet.
Yeah.
Michael. Now, so yeah, $29.99, very affordable. There are only 100 of those, and lots of people watching. These are always very, very busy shows. Now, you've got a bit of a story with Don McLean, because didn't he sign this in front of you or something? Or you were going to meet him, or I don't know,
visually
something?
on a Zoom call, yeah.
Oh, on a Zoom call,
we were going to actually. There was talk of putting him onto national TV in the UK.
Yeah, I know.
And Tyson Fury always sings American Pie at the end of his fights.
Yeah.
And what we were trying to do, actually with these secrets, I might probably be in trouble. They were trying to get Don McLean, when he was touring in the UK, to link up to a fight with him being there singing the song. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't think it actually worked out. But they did a visual of it, with him being there and doing stuff. So anyway, Don McLean, great talent. In fact, he sold the original lyrics. I think it was 3 or 4 lines of American Pie.
Yeah.
And the same with Vincent. Sold, I believe, for something like over $1 million.
Wow.
Just the lyrics.
Wow.
That's how much passion there is for Don McLean.
Well, there's only one of these left. It's already being ordered by somebody, so you're probably already too late for it unless you're really quick. $139.99.
It's really, really
but we are about to say bye-bye to that one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's off down the brick road, that one. Yeah.
All right, not quite where I thought he was going to go with that, but anyway, it's fine. I love winding you up, Gary. It's just, it's,
yeah, I know. Where am I?
When I say wind you up, I think we need to wind you up. Actually, it's you're running out of juice there, aren't you? No, I'm just kidding. Black Sabbath. Yeah. Now, this, again, another Aussie spectacular.
Well, when this was originally introduced, the image is sold out. Really, really special. You know, Black Sabbath are really, really special. And anything now, we had loads of requests. Obviously, Paranoid, very famous album. This is one of the most popular of our discs in the range.
Yeah.
And if you know someone who was an Aussie or a Black Sabbath fan, great gift. These really do make fabulous gifts. Yeah. And any of them, you know, if you're looking at buying something for someone special, do have a think about it. They will love them. These are stunning. You can hang them on the wall, pride of place in your home, your office, your boardroom. Maybe you've got a bar, a restaurant. They look stunning. They really do.
Just while we're watching this, can I apologise? The only way I can really have a chat with my producer is over the television. But the Elvis is still on a phone allocation. I can't imagine that phone call still going on. Can you, Fraser? And it should have come back into stock. So I don't know if anyone can call customer service and say, yeah, can we make it available again if the person's not buying it? Because I know there are other people trying to buy it.
Yeah, it's a shame for someone to miss out.
Yeah, they're supposed to put it back in to make it available again if the sale doesn't complete.
And do remember, if you need a bit more info, if it's you who's looking at that and think, oh my God, I'd love that, or you know someone who would, to have a little look on the web, put in autographs and auctions, see what Elvis goes for in America or wherever. Have a little look what they do. I challenge you to do it, because you'll find that actually for something really special. Obviously, it's a considered purchase, but that is very, very rare, very special, and you're buying a true piece of music art. That's what it is, really.
Absolutely.
If you need more info, leave a message. I'll get back to you.
We'll see if someone in the gallery can call call through and find out. Queen, it's a kind of magic. Queen, I mean, many of you have already bought these. Again, not a huge number of them left. This is the platinum. No, it's not. Sorry, it's the gold. Apologies.
The gold
Never mind.
one.
I'll shut up. So this has just started kicking in.
And the other one, the Queen Greatest Hits, has sold out now.
Yeah.
So this is the only Queen one we currently have left. And this is a big seller. We haven't got many of these. But again, if you know, look at that. These are great items.
Yeah.
They are huge. This band are huge. If you were fortunate enough to have an original album of theirs, you know, one of the VIP ones that were given to the band or the management, you'd probably be looking at upwards of 50 grand, you know, 50 grand upwards.
One of my greatest,
if not, you know, more.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in, but
sorry, no.
No, that's all right. We're both so enthusiastic.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
We need to broadcast in stereo. You in one channel and me in the other. One of the greatest sort of laments of my life is that that Freddie isn't still with us, because I'm fascinated by interviews with him. I think he was just such a larger-than-life character.
Well, he
was. And we were robbed, really, of so much more of what could have been just an incredible...
And there's a new wave of Queen fans now since the movie.
Yeah,
you know, I mean, you know, Jules, my other half, her young nephew, I think he's about 12 now, he's suddenly a massive Queen fan and an Elvis fan.
Yeah.
This new
the new wave
him through the movie.
Yeah,
you know? And he's got to get into, and they've got into it. So it's great that these artists, these bands of this level, keep going. New collectors coming in, new fans. You know, but they are huge, Queen.
Well, also, and Adam Lambert took over, didn't he?
Yeah.
As the vocalist, and who was one of the early winners of American Idol. I was there. I watched it because I watched American Idol every year for well. I've stopped watching it recently, but just don't have time. But no, it's incredible. And Brian May, I mean, what a character, you know.
Yeah.
One of my favourite songs is "Who Wants to Live Forever," which was obviously written for Highlander, the film Highlander. But I didn't realise at the start of that it's Brian May singing, because he's got almost not the same voice as Freddie, but he's got quite a sort of high tenor voice.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, I'd forgotten that actually. You saying it.
Yeah. I tell you what, we've got options aplenty here. There's no chance of any of this drying up and creating an oasis.
Very good. And do remember, have a look at the website, because there's a whole range of these different items all over the website. So there's lots we can't even fit in the show. So do keep looking at there as well.
Yeah.
You know, www.shopontv.co.uk. You wouldn't believe it's a minefield of great collectibles. Sorry, I've shut up.
Why? No, well, you're the guest. You're supposed to be talking.
You're getting enthusiastic.
No, I looked. Hey, I'm never going to stop that. Come on, how long have we known each other?
I know.
Have I ever told you to shut up?
Not lately, no.
No, that's true. Not on the telly, anyway.
No, not on the telly. Not yet, no.
I have a thing about that. I don't like telling people. I think telling somebody to shut up is one of the rudest things you can do.
Yeah, I only said it to my other half once, but you know,
even
so I've got a
jokingly,
broken nose.
Yeah, 2 black eyes. Yeah, she told you twice, didn't she?
Yeah. Oasis. We have 2 different Oasis items in this range. We have this, what's the story, and this is the other one we have definitely maybe.
Yeah.
But both of them. This one's probably been a quicker seller. I think it's because it's a bit different.
Yeah, because of the sheet music.
Sheet with sheet music and everything. But anything to do with Oasis is really hot. And this one, I think, will be one of the next ones to sell out.
Yeah,
it's a real hot seller.
Because they broke, all the time I was in the States, they broke up along with Pulp and Blur. I had no idea. And it was like, I suddenly watched a documentary on Netflix, I think it was, about how these 3 great British bands and how they were no more. And I'm like, what? But they've all started coming back to get. Even Jarvis Cocker's back, isn't he?
I know.
Didn't he have a single out recently?
A lot of the
Oasis
older
are touring again.
You know, but there's big demand for them.
Well, because they're blooming good.
Yeah, I know.
People don't want it to end.
I must say hello, by the way, tonight to good friend. We had a few conversations. Dennis O'Sullivan from Kinfinane, I think I pronounced that right, in County Limerick. I know you're watching. Great to see you, Dennis, really is. And we've got another one, June Davidson up in Beverley in Yorkshire. Hiya. So if you're watching, I've probably got Juliet Auction down in Chatham in Kent. So say hello to them. I mentioned a couple of those, but I promised them. So.
I will. Our producer is doing 18 things at the moment, including one of them is also trying to find out what's going on with the Elvis thing. But we will get you some email. If you've been emailing and I haven't read any emails out yet, I will correct that soon.
Yeah.
But keep tuned in. We're still here. We're here till 3 a.m. And I remember Purple Rain. So there was a big battle back in the day between Prince and Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson was at Wembley Stadium and Prince was at Wembley Arena. And their concerts were on the same night.
Oh, my.
This is going back into, it must have been the 90s. And I remember that very, very, very well. And Prince, again, another incredible seminal artist. One of my favourite albums was the Batman album, the original songs he did for Batman.
Yeah.
But he was so unique.
Yeah, he was. And again, a really massive cult following, you know.
Yeah,
well, again, we had loads of requests to get Prince. The first time we've had one in this range, I think. But they're really, Purple Rain's probably the most famous album he did, I guess, isn't it? But he has a huge following, massive, you know. So if you know someone's a Pink Flower, keep talking about it, but you really, with him, you cannot go wrong. And he sung with other bands, actually. I saw a record recently, well, obviously sung with other bands, but he was guesting. He did a lot of guesting with sort of almost unknown bands, and it's quite amazing. Somebody's played me some music of his, but really popular, really popular.
Well, because Purple Rain was a film as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So of course there's this whole story about, because he was diminutive in height.
Yeah.
And so they had to put him on, they call him in America, apple boxes. That they literally he had to stand on things to be.
I remember having my photo done with a famous actor, and he had to stand. I'm not that way. He had to stand the step above me because he had to look taller. It's quite funny.
Let's do some emails. So Norman's speaking of bands, Gary. Norman says, "Good evening, Rob and Gary. Is that a wedding band I spot on Gary's finger? Congratulations, my old friend."
Oh yeah. I've even some of my rugby mates don't know that, but I did quietly get married recently to my... I was married many years ago. My wife died, and I've been with my partner, though, for 11 years, so we thought it was about time I got down on one knee. It takes me a while to get up off the knees now.
And I'm sorry I missed it. But, I would have loved to have been there.
So I'm lucky enough to have someone else who's taken a chance with me, so thanks. But I promised I'd wear it, otherwise I'd have been in deep you-know-what, so, yeah.
Norman says, loving the collection tonight. Do you have any Bon Jovi? We did have some Bon Jovi.
There's a Bon Jovi, I think,
on the web.
In the web, in that range.
Yeah.
There's a Bon Jovi in that range of the discs.
Yeah.
And we are actually trying to get some signed stuff of him, but it's not easy to get. But we'll keep looking.
I went to his wedding, I think it was. Was it? My dad did that. He was a wedding videographer back in the day.
Yeah.
And either Bon Jovi was there, or maybe it was his, I don't know, Bon Jovi was there anyway, at a wedding I went to. This was going back many, many years. Now, Matt says, love the records on offer tonight. Any possibility of getting authentic signed football memorabilia? Yes, Gary does, and we do a phenomenal sports show, including football, signed football boots and all manner of different things, and also film and TV. We just haven't had a chance to. It's so hard to schedule these shows in because there's just so much else going on.
We will try and do that, though. I mean, we do get football and stuff. You know, we should do a lot more sport, and we're trying to get the TV film into it as well. So we will try and definitely get them on.
Do you know who's watching? Tony from Liverpool. Do you know who Tony from Liverpool is?
Go on.
He's the gentleman who bought the Sex Pistols guitar.
Oh, right.
So congratulations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad we could get you there. So, I want to say, unfortunately, the sale of the Elvis didn't go through for reasons I won't disclose. But so it is still available. I'm very sorry to the customer who wasn't able to complete the purchase. But if you were after it, it should be available anytime soon. Now, you could. Do you know what? You could always call 03333241241 and say, I want to buy the Elvis signed item. Can you call me back when it's available again to order? I don't see any reason why they can't call you back. I'm sure they will. They're really, our call centre is really, really wonderful over in Ireland. Well, congratulations, Tony, for getting that incredible guitar. Yeah.
Good to see you, Tony.
Yeah. Liverpool, your neck of the woods, Gary, occasionally.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
You never know what part of the world Gary's going to be in.
Well, my other half's been down south for many years, but she was originally a Scouser. But I love the Liverpudlians, you know. I think I've become an adopted Cockney now, you know, or maybe, you know, sort of, you know, all sorts of. But you only notice a Scouse accent now when she gets angry with me, you know. And it's only time she calls you Gary, you know, when you normally maybe you're married
Gary.
or you have a partner.
Yeah.
And they have a shortened name, and it's normally Gaz or you or whatever. But when she's angry, it's Gally, and you think, oh God, here we go, you know. So it's then run for cover, you know, because you know you're in trouble.
By the way, we've shown Simply Red and haven't said a word about it yet. So do you want to say something about Simply Red before?
Simply Red,
before
again,
Mick
really
disappears.
Popular. They're great band. I mean, I love Simply Red. Some
I'm trying to think, what was their big hit?
Songs. Oh, there was loads, wasn't there?
Well, I can't think of one right now.
I was going to sing it. I won't sing it.
Oh,
Holding Back the Nights was one.
Holding Back
the Night.
Oh.
No, what was it? Holding Back the Night. Oh, you've got me going now. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't. I only asked you a question.
Holding back the years.
Holding back the years.
It's been a long night. That was
clearly something you've not succeeded in doing. Senility's kicked in finally.
Definitely. Yeah. Where am I?
Holding
Do I know you?
Years. Oh, Elvis is now available. Elvis is available. He's back in the building again.
That is a true.
This Elvis, honestly, I'll be so glad when somebody finally owns that, because this has followed us around for how long?
It's been unlucky, isn't it? People, people. But that is, have a look. That is an amazing price for an Elvis. Obviously, it's a considered purchase, but that's the sort of item. Something actually 10 years ago, you would probably have bought an Elvis for £400-500 maximum.
Right,
now you can see what you can get that for. But in an auction environment, or especially a charity auction, that would go for, in my humble opinion, that would go for £5,000 or more.
I mean, it's £1,000 off the usual price as well.
Yeah, it's a great price.
Tell us in a nutshell, Gary, if you would, please. And as Gary said, if you've got any questions about this, you can always get it, and then Gary will call you or email you or talk to you at some point afterwards if you need. But give us a quick rundown of the provenance of this, because it is ironclad guaranteed, and this is on ITV. We're not going to say it's real. If it wasn't, could you imagine the legal ramifications with ITV? And oh my God, it would be
with autographs. Unless
be off the air like that.
Unless you're physically there when they're signed,
yeah,
it's difficult sometimes to analyse, because there's so many clever crooks around now that actually fake autographs, particularly on the internet and places like that, where it's a bit easier to offer stuff. And when you buy them from someone like myself, who's been around, or AFTAL, or dealers, this organisations, we try to, what you're really doing is slightly eliminating some of the problems, because with us, you're dealing with an organisation that I'm a member of that helps the police, trading standards, auction houses, insurance companies to verify paperwork with autographs on as being genuine or not. That's what they help you to do. So basically, when you've got their certificate of authenticity from someone within that organisation, you're safe in the knowledge that it's the real McCoy. If there is a problem, you have a comeback. So that's the difference. When you buy them blind, you don't know who you're dealing with. And the certificates
don't ever buy something like that off the internet.
The certificates we send has a name, a phone number, an address, a registration number, and sometimes the actual picture, even if it's mine with the ugly mug. You don't have to look at the picture, because it's on fact. But I'm saying that's what you get. It's a matter of eliminating the problems. They're going to someone who's been around a long, long time.
So what's the provenance with that? What hands has that gone through?
This originally was offered by Fraser's, which was one of the biggest memorabilia dealers at one point. Part of the Stanley Gibbons Group, gallery in the Strand. Stanley Gibbons, over 170 years in business. As a stamp business, but part of the group was Fraser's. And this was offered in a charity auction at Wembley many years ago to time with an exhibition that was on, and it's got great provenance, all about it, everything there. So
do you know roughly when it was signed?
Not when it was signed, I don't know, but I know when it was offered for sale. And I mean, like, what's that now? It's 15 years ago. Nearly 15 years ago, that was sold then for over £1,500. Now you think that hasn't gone up a lot, but that is a price. You look at what it would go for. Have a little look.
Well, think about when did Elvis pass away? I mean, that's I mean, is it decades ago that he passed away?
I know, yeah.
So it's old.
And also, obviously, Elvis has a very clear signature. Some of the older celebrities you can read who's done it. People does make people a little bit think they can try it, but this has been authenticated by a couple of Elvis specialists as well. So,
by the way, the next item we're going to move on. So if you want Elvis, it's once in a lifetime, one opportunity, one person only. The next item, now we were talking about this earlier. So our next artiste, she very famously got into a tight crimson dress, and because of her voluptuous size, she split the dress, and as we later heard, it was described as the pattern of the red seam.
Is that when they went, oh, chest a minute, what's happened here? Is that the one?
That's a good one. By the way, everything is true in that story apart from the facts. We just made it up to be funny. And it wasn't even that. We didn't even achieve that, did we?
No, not really. No. But Dolly Parton, what a legend.
Oh,
country legend.
Yes.
And that is, we had lots of requests for Dolly Parton. We've had a couple of her signed photographs on the shows, fly out the door. And again, this is a great one, introduced tonight. Beautiful gold disc, lovely image of her. And you can't actually see the bottom of that, but that's quite a...
There's so much else on the show.
Of her,
Oh, it is a bit. By the way, sorry, someone was just asking, the Elvis, you have to call the phone number for the Elvis, 0333241241. It's not available on the web because it's just too precious an item, sorry, Karen.
No, I was saying Dolly Parton.
Yeah, well, we're not going to reveal it. You're going to have to find out. She's showing a bit of leg.
Move it, no.
Did Kylie sell out? Oh, Kylie did sell out. So you can move Kylie. We can at least reveal a little
Kylie
bit.
Down.
In fact, Ozzy sold out as well. Ozzy's gone, Kylie's gone. So there we are. Celine is about to go.
As you can see, quite an outfit there of our Dolly there.
Handsome lady.
Look, really beautiful, look.
She was really... Oh, Kylie's gone. Is that right? Kylie's just gone. Kylie's gone,
But
sold out.
So it's a great image. But if you know someone, I keep saying about if you know someone, if you don't need to worry if you've never bought a collectible before. You thought, I've never bought anything like that. But these touch the soul and heart for someone. If you want to buy them something special and you know they like one of these acts, these make great gifts because you've got them forever. The other thing is you buy tickets for a gig now to see it. Obviously, you're there in the flesh. You see them on the stage. You could be at one of the big venues, 100 rows back, and they're about that big. But when you think what you cost, you go there, you maybe buy a drink, get something to eat. You go to the, you know, you get there, you come back, a hotel maybe. The price you spend for that one night. And what have you got to show for it? You've got the memory, which is important. You might have the programme. But when you've got something like this, you've got something you can hang on the wall and it's there forever. And you're one of only 100 people in the world that'll ever have one. So they are really special gifts, you know.
Well, the next item, you'll be one of only, at the moment, one person, because there's only one Celine. Well, there's only one Celine, but there's literally only one Celine as well.
Yeah.
There were three, I think, or two or three to start with.
Yeah.
Oh, Elvis. Sorry, Elvis.
Shall I move her up here towards me?
Oh, yeah. Is Sam around? Because I think we might get rid of Ozzy and... sorry if it's looking a bit unkempt on the... Oh, Kylie. Yeah, Kylie's gone. Ozzy's gone. Celine's about to go. Who are we looking at? Celine.
Celine.
Yeah. Well, Elle, do you want to pass me Kylie? I'll bring Kylie over here.
Yeah.
And I'll put
Shall
Kylie...
move this way a bit?
Yeah, I'm going to stick Kylie down on the floor.
Like...
We need to move these out of the way, really. Yeah, you bring her into shot there. You can go further. You can go further, Gary.
Yeah, it's...
You can take her even further towards you.
you.
She doesn't bite unless you ask very nicely. And then we can, there we are, get rid of the flare. Yeah, lovely.
Great image of her. And Celine Dion has a massive fan base. She really is. I mean, I adore her. I think she's brilliant, you know. I used to sit, you know what, you used to be at home listening to it all by yourself, you know. I used to think, really, you feel like, oh my God, you know. But she's great, isn't she? Fabulous voice. And it's so sad because, I mean, I saw you see the programme about her they made about her?
I haven't, no.
See how declining her health.
Really?
I mean, let's hope she's a lot better. But no, I don't think
her
she
singing
can,
career is...
I think the singing career. But she looked at her, she was like a bag of bones. It made me, you know,
Oh,
I'm a
it's
big
so
wimp,
cruel, isn't
but
it? Life can
you know,
be cruel.
it brings, I'm like looking at it because I admire her, I love her so much.
Yeah.
But I was sitting there with tears running down my face, you know, I really did.
Yeah.
She's a great act, tremendously talented.
There are some people who really
so
deserve
sad.
their fame, aren't there?
Yeah.
And by gosh, she's one of them.
She was fabulous, great voice. I remember, well, I don't actually remember it, but years ago she won the Eurovision, didn't she?
Did she really?
Yeah, she won the
I didn't know
Eurovision
that.
Song Contest for, was it Canada, I think?
Yeah,
she
Canada.
sung
Well,
for.
she's Canadian, so I'd
Yeah,
imagine.
it might have been for France. She must, because Canada's not in it, I don't think.
Is it not?
Are they?
Well, that's not Euro. It's not Europe, is it?
She
Yeah.
sung, was it for France or someone she sung?
It must have. Well,
Yeah, I think
she's
she sung
French
for
Canadian.
French,
Yeah,
for
she's
France.
sung for France.
But she got a fabulous voice.
And
you know,
one of the
great
greatest
act.
single hits of all time with the Titanic song.
Yeah, she's huge. I mean, you know, I've got a couple of her albums, and she's great talent. I mean, it's so sad. But if you're a Celine Dion, again, fan, or you know someone who is, couldn't get him a better gift than that, could you? Remember, genuinely signed by the lady herself.
There are only two left, though. Was it two or one? Oh, there are two. There are two. So she signed a couple. She sang for Switzerland.
Oh, well, near, just over the border.
Okay, yeah. So out of the two, one is already spoken for.
Yeah.
And if you want the other one, again, it really is. In fact, it's limited stock now. If you want it, then it's now or never. Honestly, with the autographed items, you can't hang around, to be honest. I'm really surprised the Elvis hasn't gone yet, actually.
Well, it may well do.
It may
I
do,
mean,
you never know.
it's
Yeah.
obviously it's considered purchase, but it is a very rare item. And for its Elvis, it is actually a very good price.
Well, I suppose it's the likelihood of, on a broadcast that was unannounced, unpublicised, hitting a an audience where there is a big enough fan and collector of Elvis with the ability to afford that amount.
Yeah.
I mean, it is quite a specific target, isn't it?
That's right, I was looking at Pink then.
I bet you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, again, here she is, signed autograph from Pink herself. Only one left.
Yeah. She's great talent, fabulous talent,
Yeah,
and a
she
great
is.
voice as
Yeah.
well. They reckon in concert she's amazing, didn't they? She's very...
believe it, yeah.
I believe she's one of the best visual acts in concert.
Well, we were
at the
talking
moment.
about this on Freeview when we started, before we joined ITV and STV. You know, she started out as a sort of pop star and not necessarily the most demanding vocals with her songs. But now, you know, she's since gone on to do you know, show tunes like Greatest Showman and many other things that really are very demanding vocally. And she's proven how just phenomenally talented she is.
Oh, she is. She's amazing. I mean, phenomenal. I think, and again, it's the first time I've actually seen a signed photo of her.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen one before. But again, a brilliant image of her. Any fan would adore that, wouldn't they?
She is. I've always been a big fan. I remember when she first hit the scene. I'm old enough.
Yeah.
And I was enamoured and bought her single, Get the Party Started, immediately.
Yeah.
And can I just say, Pink, if you're watching, thank you, because a lot of parties got started thanks to that record. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, she's a great talent, and again, really rare item that is.
Yeah.
And for her, that is actually a good price. You know, that is a very, very good price. Have a little look around what there is. You know.
And you can spread all of these interest-free with PayPal Pay in 3. Now, I thought the signed items were only available on the phone. Fraser. So therefore, PayPal Pay in 3 is not applicable, is it? Right. Just checking. Now, there's a record that Gary. Which one did you want to show, Gary?
No, I was just saying we've got these other records. Like we looked at the Bowie one, didn't we?
Oh, the Bowie. Yeah. And can we do the
the
Genesis one? Is that in the running order?
Yeah, this
do you mind?
is.
I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. Now he's another one whose health is not unfortunately doing too great, is it?
No,
there are only 50 of these.
This is like the Bowie one we saw earlier. It's a limited edition of 500 worldwide.
Yeah.
A lot of them have already gone. We're down to way less than that. Yeah. These are, again, this particular one was a radio broadcast and a concert in Hammersmith Odeon, actually, here in London. But it was this is a copy of the live radio broadcast.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's great. You know, so these are very, very rare. Only 500 ever made. They're coloured vinyl. These are being bought. It will actually play, but a lot of these are being bought. I'll open it out for you and show the vinyl.
It's only $29.99.
This one, of course.
I just thought that would have been more than that.
Yeah, and then you got the white vinyl. You see, real collector's item. Yeah, when you think, have a little look what you pay for these remastered albums. Like, look, this is something very, very rare and, in my opinion, highly collectible for what it is. Yeah. These have proven really popular, these sort of songs, these albums in the past. This vinyl is hot at the moment.
I'm not completely sure that you can just buy a new vinyl from a current artist for 30 quid.
If you look at the back, you see there's the back, all the details.
Yeah.
Really special. The Bowie one's been flying there that we've introduced. And this is Genesis. If you're a Genesis fan,
it's an unusual. It's not. What am I trying to say here? It's more of an obscure album. Would that be?
Well, it's really obscure. There's only 500 ever made. Yeah. I mean, when you look at the remastered ones now that they do of original albums, they're often more money than this.
Well,
a lot more money. And there's millions of them made. There's no collectible value. No, I'm not saying there is really, but these are bought. A lot of them bought by collectors and framed. Yeah. Because they are that rare.
I'm trying to think what David paid when he got his weekend albums. I mean,
show the background again.
They were a lot of money.
The front.
So let's bring in David Bowie. I can't believe I've just never ever heard David say his own name.
No.
So to know how it's actually pronounced. If anyone knows, please put me out of misery.
I mean, I've always called him Bowie, but some people call him Bowie.
I've always said Bowie.
Yeah. This was actually.
You don't wear a bow tie, do you?
A lot. No, I suppose not. This is This was of a gig back in 2000 that was played on BBC Radio Theatre. So, and actually it was Channel 4, it was 1995, the actual gig originally, but it was played on the BBC Radio Theatre back in 2000. That's the front. That's the front of it. And again, limited edition in the world, this is, to only 500. There's the back.
Can I just say, sorry to interject, so Alison, hi Alison, thanks for emailing. Do you have any Rod Stewart Platinum discs and photo display editions? Check online. There is Rod. We have got Rod Stewart. I don't know if it's platinum, but if you go to shopontv.co.uk, click the live shop now banner. That'll take you through to our show page. All the items we haven't got time to show you on the show, but everything that is currently available in this collection is there. So I'm pretty sure that, in fact, actually, if you just do a search for Rod Stewart, it'll probably come up, I would imagine. Yeah. So in fact, we can show you that.
Yeah, and there's the gold vinyl. But
so it's gold, But the story so far, that's the only Rod Stewart I think we've got at the moment. Yeah, it won't be platinum until that sells out. When all 100 of those are sold out, then we'll go on and make the platinum one. Mark says, hey Rob, long time no see. Hope you're good. Oh, Mark Morgan. Hello, Mark. I'm so sorry I missed you at the festival, the charity bash. Mark's one of my very good friends.
Right.
And also in the gentleman's club that I was talking about earlier. Hope you're doing all right. Have you got any signed country artist Starry Ray's discs? If not, So Mark runs a celebrity security company and does a lot of bodyguards and things like that.
Yeah.
And transport, secure transportation and such. So he or his team ferry around a lot of very, very big artists.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I'm wondering whether he's probably Starry Ray's probably had in the back of his motor.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Hey, Mark.
I haven't got any.
Love to
have
the
to have
family
a look,
as well.
So I have to have a look for you. Have a look, see what we can get.
Now, Kraftwerk. I know nothing about Kraftwerk.
Well, they were a German.
No.
Yeah, German. yeah.
Really?
They were known as Robot Rock, was the word.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
that would explain the cover.
And without being rude, it was also called Krautrock at the time. That isn't detrimental. That's what it was actually called. Okay. They originated in Dusseldorf, and they won some big awards. They won a big award for a Grammy for their album Autobahn, wasn't it? And they had the big single here called Autobahn. But again, very special. This one actually here says it was recorded at Captain Video TV in Paris on the 6th of July 1981. So remember, these are a limited edition. Once again, only 500 ever made. There's the front. And this has proven really, really popular.
I love the name of the album, Brand. Yeah, techno. I was going to say it's probably techno.
Pop.
German's very big into their techno.
If I turn it over, you can see the back as well. A nice image on the back.
Talking of Autobahn, so the Autobahn is the motorway. But the first time I drove on an Autobahn, and a lot of them, they don't have a speed limit, so you can go really fast.
No,
But when I didn't really, the first time I ever went and drove to Germany and drove there, I didn't realise what the German for exit was, and I found it very amusing. Do you know what the German for exit is when you go leave a motorway? Ausfahrt.
Okay. Is that with a... No, I won't.
It's got an H in it. Dorian, hi Dorian, how are you? Dear studio, loving the show. Do you have any Frank Zappa?
Oh, yeah, really popular. I don't think we've had anything.
We do.
No, we haven't got anything from Frank Zappa at the moment.
And Sam Davis loves the Pink Floyd album. Keep your emails coming if you've got any requests. I love the fact that that is very, very, very niche, I would think, Kraftwerk. But hey, we don't discriminate. We'll bring anything on this show.
Let's face it,
I'm here.
Yeah, we're pretty niche. It's just that they're so rare, 500 in the world. These are sort of, and vinyl is hot at the moment. Yeah. I've been to a few vinyl fairs recently.
Even
and the age groups really used to be old gentlemen like me, the word you just said, actually. Well, walking around looking at the vinyl.
That's old fart.
Yeah.
But David, my son, 22, nearly 23.
Yeah.
Actually, is he about to turn 23 or 20? Yeah, 23. Next week, actually, and he buys vinyl. He loves The Weeknd, and a lot of the big artists are now they're releasing their albums on vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl.
It's back, baby.
Vinyl is huge. Make no mistake.
That's nice, about 12
vinyl is much, much more collectible than CDs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Much, much bigger. A huge passion for it. So, but that's your way of getting something that's really different.
Let's talk about the
How
Floyd,
about Pink
shall we?
Floyd, yeah.
Oh,
go on.
I've got nothing. No,
you love Pink Floyd, so I was going to...
Well, I do, but actually, I have to be honest, I've never ever heard the album Division Bell.
Oh, right. It was a big album. But anything to do with Pink Floyd. The other one now we know is sold out. The Dark Side of the Moon.
That I listened to.
So this
I wore out the CD.
This is a new one today we brought for the first time. Platinum disc. Again, really popular. Remember, normally these are £300. They sell all day at that. But you're getting a special deal at the moment, £50 off. That's a lot of money. Yeah. These are great value at that. And what a lot of people are doing, a lot of people have told me they're buying them for other charity events they're doing. So they're buying them and then offering them into charity events. I know a guy called Richard down in Kent, he does them for golf days, when he does golf days.
Oh, that's a good idea.
He buys them to put...
Giveaways for prizes
that's what I mean.
for
or auctions.
Quizzes. If you're a quizzer,
like that.
quiz night.
Yeah,
I'm leaning awkwardly because otherwise my face will be in the view of like...
Hello. I think you're in the way of Cliff at the moment, you know. But yeah, I mean, anyway, we wanted Pink Floyd. That's what we've got here. But they're very special. But we maybe have another look as well in a bit. But do have a look at the website because there's so many of these. We've got over 80 or 90 different.
Nearly 100.
Yeah, nearly
items,
100 on the website. So
I mean, not all discs, but a lot of them are. Yeah.
Have a look. You'll find a lot of artists. We've only got a few of them in the show. But have a little look at that website and you'll see all of them that are in the range there. So many.
We can show you shopontv.co.uk.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have a little peruse. So you need to click the. There's a big banner on the homepage, and just click on the live shop now. That'll take you through to the show page if you scroll down. Let's pick some names out, shall we? So we've got Neil Diamond, Pink Floyd, Madonna. These are all the ones we've got on the show. The Jam, Prince, Sir Cliff Richard, Simply Red, Dolly Parton, Kylie Minogue, Celine Dion, Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, Ozzy sold out actually.
Nile Rodgers signed the Nile Rodgers there.
Yes,
Chic.
yeah.
And you got Bryan Adams, great sign one of Bryan Adams. They're the Elvis to remind you if you get still there if you dive quick. Charlie Watts down there, the old drummer of the Rolling Stones, sadly no longer with us. Barry Manilow's really
I'm amazed
popular.
he's still here.
Amazed. Signed photo of Barry Manilow. Really, really rare that is. And very special for a lot of people. Love Abbey Road, Beatles, got a couple of Beatles ones there. Elvis, you've got, what's that, AC/DC
Page 1 of 4.
down there.
Yeah, look. AC/DC.
You've got Bruce Springsteen up there, the bus. You know, Adele, of course, Michael Jackson. You've got all the big names. Tina Turner, Kylie Minogue. Look at them, as you go along there's so many. Kate Bush, of course, there.
Yeah.
You have a look through here, and it's very unlikely that you wouldn't find an artist, you know, the big names.
George
Stewart there.
The Beatles, I've heard of them.
George Michael. Up there, look.
Oh, even Bob Marley.
Yeah, Bob Marley's always sells well, yeah. We've got...
George, who's that, George? I can't read the surname. George Michael.
Yeah, George Michael. Yeah, there's two of him. Yeah, Phil Collins. There you got in the corner.
Yeah,
look.
Nirvana.
Yeah.
There's Def Leppard somewhere as well. I love Def Leppard. Brilliant,
brilliant
Clash. Band.
We've got the Jam. There's just so many of them. Like Elvis.
I want to get that one because I just want to say, watch out for the Jam on the wall.
Oh yeah, very good. Elvis. We've got 2 or 3 different ones of Elvis. We've got ABBA there.
Elton, yeah, Sir Elton John. How come Cliff gets a Sir and Elton doesn't?
Oh, I don't know.
Sorry, Elton. I'll take this. Sorry, Sir Elton.
Yeah, someone in trouble there. Yeah. Another Bowie there. That's one. Very few of them heroes left.
Gaga, Lady Gaga. I love Lady Gaga.
Frank Sinatra. Look, Grease, the movie. What was that? John Lennon.
Iron Maiden.
John Lennon. There's just something.
And Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. That's the one I was hoping you'd give me for my birthday.
Hell, another huge album.
Oh yeah.
Meatloaf, look.
Yeah, love that one.
And then we moved to Simon Garfunkel. Something again, a great album. They Bridge Over.
I love. They when that was #1, they were sitting in the back of their banged up old VW Beetle eating fish and chips, and on the guy on the radio when they were listening to the song when it was #1, and saying they must be raking it in, and they weren't.
No,
not then anyway.
Not then, no.
Status quo.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
Yeah, but they're great, you know. But remember, all of these are unique to this channel. You won't find them anywhere else. In this format, they're unique to Shop on TV, and there's only 100 of every one of them. So if whatever you get, you'll be the only person in the world that will ever own that particular one. Once they've gone, that is it. No more will you see it. Never, ever again.
I bought the Joshua Tree.
Joshua Tree, that was a popular one. You two, yeah.
Just amazing.
They're another one. You've got a huge mix there. And remember, if there's someone you particularly want, do let us know and we'll go looking for them. Yeah. And look at Barry Manilow.
Gary can find anything. You just go have a rummage.
Try.
Yeah. Well, no, genuinely, these are commissioned. All of the discs are commissioned. They're exclusive to Shop on TV. You can't buy them anywhere else. We make them especially, or Gary, has them specially made just for you. Yeah. Now, here's Barry. I think he'll go very quickly. Again, £100 off. There are 2 left. He's not only one of the greatest artists of all time, because he's written a lot of songs for other big artists.
Well, he's already announced his next tour here, which is this year, I believe.
thought he was retiring.
I think he is retiring, but I think he's got one more tour here.
Yeah.
And that is it. And he's not doing any more gigs, as far as I'm aware.
Till he needs to pay for another Porsche.
Yeah, but I've never seen him live, but one of our good friends loves him, doesn't he?
Well, he started off as an entertainer, you know, a sort of lounge entertainer, didn't he?
He's
he knows
amazing
how to work a crowd.
in a concert. Apparently live is fantastic.
Yeah.
And you imagine how many millions of Barry Manilow fans there are.
Oh,
what a great gift. And do you
Fanilow?
remember, sometimes with these things, have a think about 2 or 3 of you clubbing together if the price is too high and buying them something they'll always want and they'll always cherish. Because that's what these items do. You're going to really hit the heart of someone you love.
Now, it is a signed item,
really
so again, Fraser, I'm just checking, you can only buy this on the phone. So again, PayPal does not apply. So you need to call 0333 241 241 to order this.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the signed items tonight are on our phone order only.
Yeah, there's not many left, is there? A lot of them have gone, so don't hang around. But Barry Manilow, again, is huge. He really is, you know. I mean, I've never seen him. I know several people who have, and they said live is just phenomenal. I know somebody who went to him, and they weren't very keen. They went with their other half because he was a big fan, and he said he was just, by the end of it, they were a fan.
Well, sometimes
standing up and boogieing.
It's like with ABBA. I mean, I know I'm changing the subject slightly, but I didn't appreciate ABBA when I was a kid. It was just not my kind of music. But as I've grown older, I've really learned to appreciate... Gary Newman was another one. But I've learned to appreciate people who actually musically were very talented and very skilled. And sometimes you just, even if you don't necessarily, it's not your flavour of music, you just have to appreciate the quality. By the way, is that going out in a Manila envelope?
In a what?
Manila envelope.
Oh, yeah.
Manila. See, I made a joke there.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Well,
it was subtle tonight.
I don't know if joke's really the right definition of what I just did there, but it's
very good.
Pun.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no, hang on, it's called the Don't Give Up Your Day Job. Oh, wait a minute, this is my day job. $399.99. Again, all of the provenance and the authenticity, I mean, it's all impeccable. You know, the reason we do this show is because, as Gary often says these days, it is a minefield out there online. It's very hard to know if you are getting something absolutely 100% genuine, and a lot of the time you're not. So I would always advocate, unless you know it's an absolutely cast iron, legitimate company that sells autographed memorabilia, I would probably be very careful. But when you buy from this show, ITV, STV, we're covered by Ofcom, the advertising standards. Gary, Shop on TV would not allow Gary on our airwaves unless he could prove that these were all legit and it wasn't just him in the back of a car with a Sharpie, you know, like, let's make another one of those.
Yeah, not with my hands.
No, and again, many of them have gone through the world's preeminent auction houses and collectible associations. They've been verified and double verified and all authenticated and checked and double checked. You know you're getting absolutely 100% a genuine autograph.
Yeah. Basically, most of the signed items we get are from people who are dealers who are members of societies like AFTAL, like UACC, which that's the one.
The Autograph Fair Trade Association Limited.
Yeah, and the one in America, you know, the similar one.
Yeah.
They're all all
that one.
Organisations, yeah.
Now, Sir Cliff Richard has been one of the stars of the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Got a huge following, Cliff Richard. Well, Sir Cliff Richard. I remember again when I was at Gibbons, we had the honour of putting together as a promotion, putting Sir Cliff onto an actual postage stamp, legal tender postage stamp. And it was done, obviously at the time in the Royal Mail would only put royalty on or people that had already passed away. Oh, so you couldn't go onto a postage stamp in the UK unless that was it's changed now. It's changed in the last 10 years. Yeah. And I was one of the people banging the drum to try and get him to be more ambitious to attract new people in. And anyway, Sir Cliff, we got put on a postage stamp, and it was wonderful to feel the warmth and the honour he felt with that. Yeah. In America, they put Sylvester Stallone on one, and he had the same effect. He donated 2 days of his time to promote it, you know. Wow. And Sir Cliff Richard was so over the moon with the postage stamp and the artwork, the original artwork we have of him, you know, signing the artwork and with the stamp, proved really popular. At the time, it was to honour 40 years of hit records.
You know, Gary, I'm not a particularly envious or jealous person, I have to say. But there are some, like, as a professional actor over the last 30 years, having to claw my way into some semblance of a career that's sort of up and down, like most actors' careers is, and then, you know, losing the dream roles or the role of a lifetime to somebody else who you know was a great choice, even though you wanted it. Yeah. But then you look at people like Cliff Richard, and it's just, oh, you're just so disgustingly talented and good looking when he was younger. Yeah. And it's like Margot Robbie. I mean, how was she ever not going to make it as a film star? Do you know what I mean? And it's just, frankly, I don't agree with it. I think it's disgusting. And no, there are just some people, it's like, oh, if only I'd had the looks. You know? Yeah, well. Don't even need the talent half the time if you've got the looks, you know.
What went wrong, is it?
He had both, yeah, I know.
I know.
I'd like to think I've got at least one. So let's talk about Nile Rodgers, shall we? We're going to start going deeper into our lineup. We've only got one of these. Nile Rodgers, I didn't know a lot about Nile Rodgers till I saw him. I'm pretty sure he was at the Royal Variety Performance the night I was there, a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Chic.
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, he was chic, man. Loads of hits. I mean, I had the honour of doing a charity do in London, a pretty upmarket do for Key for Life, which is a very specialist charity.
Key for who?
Key for Life, it's called. Yeah. It's like an opportunity for people, giving them a new opportunity in life. Maybe something went wrong.
Oh,
very
great.
Impressive charity.
Nice.
Run by Eva Hamilton, who does a fabulous job with that. Yeah, yeah. And I did the charity auction there, and they were the cabaret. And he was a lovely fella. I got a chance to meet him. So this was hand signed there. So I know where
so you witnessed
signed.
it?
Yeah, I witnessed it. Yeah, he stood where you are, as close as you. I even danced that close to him, but he went the other end of the stage then, of course. But no,
Gary, while I'm here, I'll sign anything you want.
But yeah, a lovely guy, really nice guy. But what a talent! They really get the going. I mean, I wasn't a massive Chic fan. It's not my sort of necessarily music, you know. Yeah. But he was brilliant, and they are really good. Great live band, and he's got really talented guy. Do you know, written loads of records.
I think if you were there at the time when these artists were, you know, were current. And I'm not saying that music today is not as good as music in the past. There's a lot of good music around today, and I'm not saying that the people who had more talent in the past than they do now. There are a lot of very talented people around as well today as well. And I'm sure there's as much a mix now as there was back then. But what I've discovered, like with Nile Rodgers, and actually, I mean, so Mungo Jerry, I've got to know him pretty well.
Ray Dorset.
Ray Dorset, yeah, I know Ray very, very well. And he, again, member of the Gentlemen's Club, of which I'm also a member. And he did one of our sort of gatherings. We have a banquet. We dine afterwards. Our membership, and he did a little cabaret. And my God, this man, because you know everyone's like in the summertime. Everyone knows him for the summertime. But my God, he could get, you know, at his relatively advanced years now, get the crowd go. I was so impressed with the talent and the skill and knowing how to grip an audience. And Niall was, I think, very much in that.
He was.
He
you know? Owned the stage when he was on it.
That's exactly
was brilliant, absolutely brilliant,
yeah.
And a really nice guy. You know, he seemed really lovely guy. But again, that's an amazingly, you know, I was going to say, don't use the word cheap because that's awful, but very, very affordable price for something like that. Greatly done. It's nicely framed. Got his autograph there, the little plaque. Can't go wrong at that. Any fan of Nile Rodgers or people who respect him, he's a very respected guitarist in his world as well.
Speaking about Mungo Jerry, by the way, we should try and get a. I can see if he'll give us an autograph if you want.
Well, I believe that originally they recorded in the summertime when they were doing rehearsals. They were doing them down in Lambeth, in a pub off Lambeth Walk near Lambeth Palace. Yeah. So he that's where, if you talk to him, say my guy would tell me, Gaz, that you used to do that because they used to go to school really near there, and they were doing it in the studio when they did the recording of Mungo Jerry. A lot of their rehearsals were being done in a pub in Lambeth Walk.
Amazing.
So, bit of useless information for you.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's useless at all. It's a bit of colour. It's a bit of flavour.
Bit of colour. Yeah.
100 and also 149.99 for a Legend's autograph. I think it's pretty.
It's a great value. It really is.
Right, we're going to move on. By the way, if that's limited now, Nile Rodgers. If you want, there's only one Nile available. Yeah. We're going to go through some other signed items, the remainder of our signed items. So Don McLean, I can't believe for such such a legendary name that we're looking at $139.99. Again, all the signed items, you have to call us. So again, we'll take the PayPal off that if we can, please, Fraser. So yeah, 03333 241 241. That's another phone order only, but there's only one of those left, right? Only one left, just like with Celine. There's only one Celine left. Yeah, she's coming in a sec. So yeah, if you want to get, if you well, I mean,
really surprised Celine Dion there, because she normally sells out really quickly. She's great talent. Lovely, lovely photograph of her as well. Imagine that sitting on your wall. If you're a Celine fan, you woke up in the morning to that great image. I'll tell you what.
I'm glad that actually we moved on from Don McLean, because I was going to say I found out, I sort of looked into what the lyrics of American Pie actually. Anyway, and I'm glad I didn't get a chance to talk about it or bring it up.
Okay.
But yeah, Celine is getting very, very, very close. There's one left, and I believe I think somebody's already negotiating their way to a sale on the final one.
Yeah.
So if you want it, it's your last chance to get your Celine. And actually the same with Pink as well. We've only got one Pink left. There is only one Pink, of course, but her autograph. And again, that's quite unusual. I don't think we'll see. No, I don't think we'll get another one very soon. Do you, Gary?
No, it took quite a while. We had quite a lot of requests for her, but I'm surprised there's any left actually. Because
is it still? Because I remember when we did the shows during the pandemic, it was really hard to get autographs because, of course, everybody was in lockdown. What is it now? Is it easier to get artists' signatures, or is it still tough?
I think the problem is a lot of artists have got so much protection around them for they need it, don't they? There's so many weird people about, let's say, and they have so much protection around them, so they become further and further divorced than the fans. Not always by choice, sometimes by security measures or the amount of fans, or so they're out of an event straight through security in a van, gone, don't they, or car. So it's getting harder and harder. Even if you get their hotels, they can't walk around usually and relax. They've got people around them, so it is getting hard.
And if they sign something for a fan, it's usually signed to somebody's name to just sign their because they know otherwise people are just going to go straight on.
A lot of them are dedicated now. That's right, because they know that there's traders out there, and they're some of them are very cheeky. They'll get a kid or a young child or someone to get an autograph because they know they might not sign it for someone who looks like me so quick, But
don't know what you're saying. Now we're going to go to a web-only item. You can only buy this online at shopontv.co.uk, proving very popular as well. And I believe it's another Ozzy Osbourne. Is that right? Here we are. Yes, the Essential Ozzy. Again, it's in the standard sort of theme of the 24 by 20 inch framed gold disc in this particular case, with a photo display, limited to 100. We've the first half of the gold, so this is the new one, but half the gold edition is already sold out. The other half currently remaining. Well,
the signed photos sold really quickly. They always do, and they're getting harder and harder to get. Every time you go back to buy them, like if I went back
it's the same picture. You know what? You should get that if you bought the autograph. It's the same album.
Yeah, it's the same
album cover.
Yeah, that is a great item, because we had so many requests for Ozzy, and they really sell very quickly. Really great item. Remember, there's only 100 in the world. More than half of them already gone.
Incredible. $249.99. And here's another framed gold disc for you as well. This is Black Sabbath. So if you want to, do the whole Ozzy journey, here he is in the band days, and this is the Paranoid album.
Yeah, great image real CD, band, isn't it? Yeah. And remember, these, if you've not seen them before, these are 50 by 60 in size.
Centimetres.
Centimetres, not inches. But every one of these discs are unique to this channel. So if you've joined us, you cannot buy these anywhere else. And they're bigger than the normal versions. You get the 8x10 photograph with it. They've been deliberately created to make a different item or a different sort of collectible for this show. So these are unique, can't buy them anywhere else. And once the 100 have gone, and they're all individually numbered, once they're gone, that is it. So these are a very collectible item. Ideal. They look brilliant on the wall. Whoever you buy them for is going to love it, I tell you.
Absolutely, and these are available on PayPal Pay in 3 if you want to spread the cost interest-free. So, I mean, collect as many as you like. We'll show you again what they look like when you stick them on your wall. They really hang nicely. They hang very flat to the wall as well. They've got sort of, they've got like special hangy teeth things on the back.
Yeah, look
but
at
you
that.
can, look, I love the way they've been sort of clumped together or themed together.
They look great. This is somebody's home, I know. I won't say where it is, but we have a few. One is in the middle of the country, one's a bit more to the east of the country, but I don't want him any visitors, you know. But they look fabulous.
His address
when you
is...
look, yeah. Excuse me. They look great. Look at that. That's somebody's home. Yeah. Imagine if you've got a home with maybe a nice long staircase or a high, wide stair. They look like that. They look fabulous going up.
Alternative to wallpaper. What I've got, and I'm going to be getting a load of these actually, because now I've got loads of bare walls in the house.
Yeah, they look great. They really do demand attention, don't they? When you look at them, and the amount of people that want to, that want to get them, and once they've bought one, we say they should have a health warning, because once you've got one, you're certainly going to want more. I tell you, This is a kind of magic. I'm just such a big fan of Queen. I really am. We were talking as well about, I've been working with a few charities and some of the estates of some famous names for putting a big charity auction together with music and some household names.
Can I come?
And without doubt, you'll be on the list immediately, sir.
Excellent.
But the interesting thing is, some of these estates...
Nice to be on a different kind of list for a change.
Yeah. I went to that party. Different party, that was, I think. But it was, they are really popular. And music memorabilia is going through the roof now.
Yeah.
When you look at auctions, and you get all these auction houses doing these, like we talked about Buds earlier, we're doing all that. They've really become the #1 for sport. You've got people like the prop store are huge on TV film now. They dabble in a bit with other stuff as well. You get people like I mentioned earlier, Vectis. They've got a big music auction coming up. So if you're looking for places to go, prices, a lot of the estimates, they've gone through the roof. Absolutely gone through the roof. The estimates, because the world, although money's tight and things are, people are spending their money on things they like. And these limited edition, these rare items, they're the ones that people are going for. Because they're also hoping, we can't guarantee it, but based on past format, a lot of these items now, the memorabilia of today is the art and antiques of tomorrow. And the prices have risen substantially.
Folks, by the way,
I
just plead with you to check out. If these are in your basket, they're not being sent to you until you actually pay for them. You've seen everything pretty much on the show. Well, you have seen everything on the show. You can also peruse the website as well. And it's really just, it's kind of getting to make your mind up time, because some of these items are either going to sell out or, have sold out. Many have already sold out tonight. Some of the discs, they are limited edition. Every single disc version, whether it's platinum or gold, is limited to 100 worldwide. But most of the ones we have on the show tonight, they're right at the end, apart from some of the new ones, obviously, they're right at the end of their runs of limited edition. And once they're gone, it's not like, Gary calls up and says, knock out another 100, will you? No, they're gone. Once it's done, it's done. Oh,
it's strictly controlled. That is it.
Yeah.
And they do come beautifully presented. They come by courier to your door. They're guaranteed by courier delivery, and they're beautifully packed in specially made packaging, really well made. Loads of bubble wrap on them.
They do drop tests on them and all that.
Everything.
So you can roll them down
when
the
they arrive. I mean, I think in all the years, the different we've had different variations from the same source. I don't think we've had 4 or 5 ever returned.
No.
And we should say though, these are not bought to play. These are bought to display. They're art. They're not bought to play. So don't make the mistake of thinking you take it out and play it. No. It's there to hang on the wall and enjoy it as if it was a Warhol painting or a Lowry or whatever it is that rock your boat or you can afford. It's a picture. You hang it on the wall. It's a souvenir. It's a very special, very rare, one of only 100 in the world.
I wish I could show you the back of one. Which ones have sold out that we've got? Is anything sold out we can maybe see if Sam can provide?
They have a certificate on the back. What we should say...
I just want... go on.
Yeah, each one, the certificate on the back. The certificate on the back, as you can see, this is number 28. So if you turn that around on the back, it would have the certificate of authenticity saying this is number 28 of 100. So you have a double-edged sword. The number on the front, the plaque, tells you what one you've got of the 100, and the certificate on the back proves it, if you like. You've got a double it.
Number on
double
the plaque
whammy.
and
Double
the
whammy.
certificate on the back.
Yeah.
But they do have hanging hooks as well.
Oh yeah, they have hanging hooks.
They are made ready to hang.
And they're handmade as well. They're not off the factory frames. They're handmade individually, all of them.
Right, so we've just looked briefly at what's the story. I don't think we've actually mentioned it, but it's been on the screen anyway.
Sorry.
And that's the important... No, that's all right.
Yeah.
Why are you apologising? It was not a dig. It was just merely an observation.
Yeah. Well, that's really popular, both of these, both the Oasis ones.
I think that this is the best Oasis album. I'm not entirely sure, but I would say definitely maybe.
Yeah. Edging your bets there, yeah.
I don't think they had an album called
No,
Hedging Your Bets.
that was the next one.
That was what they were going to call this, and then they decided to go definitely maybe.
That was going to be the one afterwards.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they broke up.
But again, we were talking about it earlier. Oasis, when the tickets were announced, they were, like, people were paying. I know people who were paying £1,000 plus for a couple of tickets, or more, £2,000 for a night out to go and see Oasis.
Dream, weren't
and
they?
then they were making fortunes. And I would say to them, it's great to go there, but if you've been, maybe I'm too old, but if you go to a live gig and in some of the venues, I won't mention them on, some of them I get vertigo. You're up so far up.
Oh yeah.
And you get there like an ant on a stage.
And I would not go to a concert these days unless I could sit down. That's why I'm going to go and watch go see the ABBA Experience. But I'm going to be in one of the seats.
Yeah,
I might get up and boogie a little bit. So these are all $249.99. They're all at a special price with £50 off. All of the discs that are available, anything available online will be available on PayPal Pay in 3, unless it's sub £30. So the vinyls you'll have to...
And do keep, if you've joined us, do keep checking our website, www.shopontv.co.uk. And they've got all the discs in the range and all the signed items that are there. But you have to be quick because they fly out the door, Sorry.
Yep, but you got to check out. You got to check out. You got to pay. Now, there's a gold Kylie. Well, of course, the autograph sold out, but this is a gold disc and photo. I love it. It's all right. I know I was distracted for a moment because it looked like an autograph on there, but it's not. It's just a photo.
No, it's just the way it looks on the thing. It does look like an autograph. The autographs are sold out, of course, as usual, I think, haven't they? But again, look at this. A great image of Kylie. Always popular. Everybody I know loves Kylie.
I've heard she's lovely. I've never...
lovely person. And again, to be fair, another one who's reinvented herself constantly, hasn't she? She slightly moves and changes a bit.
She's reached national treasure status.
Yeah.
Hasn't she? I only briefly reached it during lockdown, and then once we came out of lockdown, everyone forgot where I was.
I think she's great, and there's a huge, massive audience of Kylie.
Yeah.
She's huge, massive.
She's aged gracefully.
Aged gracefully, yeah. I wish I knew her art or how, but she's fabulous. I think she's fabulous.
Yeah,
and
I do.
Again, any Kylie would love that, wouldn't they? Any Kylie fan.
Absolutely. $249.99. That's the price for all of them, but I just thought I'd say it again, just as something extra to say. Now, Bon Jovi greatest hits. I'm a big fan of Jean Jambon. Yeah, I met him years and years ago.
Somebody asked us about this earlier, Bon Jovi, didn't they?
Yeah, it was I know it was Rod McSween. Whoever his manager was at the time, back in the 80s, it might have even been the 80s, because I think I was a teenager. And I think it was his manager who was getting married, or his manager's daughter, or somebody. But anyway, I went to a society wedding that my dad was doing the photos or the video for, or something like that. And John Bon Jovi was there.
Wow.
And I got to meet him.
And also somebody asked about this earlier, Bon Jovi, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
So there it is, just for you. Look at that. So, boom, there it is. Look.
What now?
Boom, there you go, look.
I'm sorry, can somebody get Gary a wet towel? I think he's lost it.
Many years ago, yeah. There you are, limited edition, again of 100. And again, if you're a Bon Jovi fan, great. And again, really popular. Apparently, a while ago, they were recording at Abbey Road, I heard. He was recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard he was a bit used to info again, but he was recording at Abbey Road, I understand.
I used to drive, when I worked in children's telly in the 90s, I used to work in St John's Wood.
Oh, wow.
And I lived in, where did I live? Richmond at the time, and I used to drive in and drive over the famous, pedestrian crossing next to Abbey Road on my way to work.
Well, people come from all over the world just to stand there.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. There was...
So when people like me are trying to get to work, it's really annoying.
Yeah, so Kieran, the director, just said, and causes a nightmare.
One of the greatest fish bars on the
you know, the story as well, the alleged, you know, these conspiracy things.
Oh, because
do you remember the album Abbey Road when it was launched?
Because he's not wearing any shoes.
Yeah, they said it wasn't the original Paul McCartney. You know. But anyway,
Oh, there's a lot of research, loads of YouTube videos.
If you're an Abbey Road fan, by the way, we do have that on the web as well. A couple of Beatles ones.
There you go. There you go. Oh, Motorhead.
Motorhead.
The Ace of Spades. The Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
Greatest handlebar moustache ever.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? Again, great heavy rock band, really popular, and probably the most famous album he's known, isn't it?
I would have thought so. Yeah. One of the most famous songs too.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Again, I don't know a huge amount about them. They were sort of before my time, but I mean, I know Ace of Spades for sure.
Yeah. Again, real popular old rock band, weren't they?
Yeah.
Old Lemmy, wasn't it? Lemmy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why we're just sitting here going, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's a bit like
We've
Lemmy,
reached that time in the morning where we don't have any words left. Sorry. They're like AI tokens. We've run out.
Elvis.
Elvis.
Now, we have quite a few Elvis items. We have quite a lot if you look on the website. But this one is, again, there's not many of these left, but this was for At Sun, when he did the At Sun records.
Yeah.
For an Elvis fan, this is probably the most significant period of his recording career.
Yeah.
So it's the most sought after of his records, is the Sun records.
Yeah.
So this is like something that's really special to an Elvis fan. This has been the best seller of all the Elvis so far.
Yeah,
we also have a couple of others. If you look on the website, I think there's the NBCC TV, and it's special, and we've got another one, Misty Blue or something, or Blue Mist or something. We've got a couple of others. But
I remember
Elvis
the NBC, because it's in the film, the NBC special is.
That's it.
Yeah, it's in the film,
but Elvis is totally unique. I mean, he has a massive band of fans.
I didn't realise the government tried to stop him because they felt that his dance moves were salacious. He was banned, wasn't he? And then they shipped him off to the war.
Yeah.
Because to get him out of the country.
Well, I tried to emulate them, and I got banned from the local disco, I think, when I was younger as well.
I thought you were going to say from the local hospital ward. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was on the bus going home, you know, bag of chips, bit of a can of soft drink. Honest.
Yeah. He loves his soft drink. Is David Bowie. This only available on the web. Yes, this is Heroes. We can be heroes.
This is a very...
Just for one day.
Yeah, quite a unique one again, or very different, because you've actually got... this is actually a really good art painting, as you can see, of David Bowie there. So it's something very different. It's proved really popular, this one, really. And again, we're down to literally single numbers, I think, of this. So it is a great item. I know someone who's bought one of these. In fact, I bought one myself for a friend.
Well, yeah. It is sort of, you know, it's one of those, it's one of the famous albums. I mean, I know they're all famous, but, you know, some of them, unless you're a real David Bowie fan, you know, like everyone knows Heroes because it's used so extensively on films and television shows, you know, the title track and all that kind of thing, you know. So let's look at something else that's also proving very popular. It's with you, Gary. It's it's limited stock now. We're about to sell out of this. It is the vinyl. This is a real live bona fide record.
This is a limited edition, if you've just joined, of 500 only made of these. They're very special. It's what they call an EEC exclusive. And what that means is people all around the world want to get their hands on it. Yeah. That's the front. I'll turn the back over. You can have a look at the back. There's the back image. But this is very special. Imagine only 500 ever produced. And it's in glorious... I'll throw it out the edge here. This one won't come to you.
Gary's totally ruining the one that he's holding.
At that. I'm trying to show the... There's the orange vinyl.
Everyone's a critic, Gary,
Yeah. Hello. And the interesting thing about it doesn't come with the the voice, you'll be pleased to know.
No.
But this is, again, like all of these, I'll turn it back, this particular one, as they all are in this range, they're they're actually reproductions. Oh, sorry, I'm covering my mic, aren't they? They're reproductions of the original concerts that took place on the radio. It's getting hard to say that. There's something more in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And this one was on BBC Radio, actual fact, June 2000. And so really special. You won't see this anywhere. 500 in the world, really sought after. And this will play. It is a record.
When was the last time you had a chance to buy a David Bowie record that isn't one of the main albums you buy from a shop?
Well, that's right. I mean, these are really special, really rare. And in the range you saw earlier, we had the Kraftwerk, we had the Genesis, really special
And they're
items.
proper professional recordings.
Oh, yeah,
they're
made, you know, they're made, most of them, I believe now, are made in the UK. So, you know, really
pioneers of music.
Yeah, I've been to there's a plant up in the Midlands. I went there to see them. They're actually making the vinyl now in the UK.
Yeah.
I think they're the only one
came
place
back.
though.
It just came back in
huge
a huge way, didn't it? Yeah.
I've been to a few record fairs recently in and around Liverpool, Manchester.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. The age group is like this 16,
I know.
17, 18-year-olds looking for Elvis.
Well, some of the famous bars in Liverpool, Liverpool particularly, you know, around that pedestrianised street where, you know, was it the Beatles? Yeah, were they
Cavern and all around
yeah,
there, yeah.
I mean, but I was really shocked that some of them I thought they would have been older people's bars.
Yeah.
The age groups from young to, well, obviously drinking age.
The big names now, what we would consider the big names, the heroes or heroines of our era, are now got a whole new range. A lot of them, a lot of young people are really into particular bands. You know, someone say, "Have you got any Stranglers?" And they go, "No."
I think that's why a lot of these bands end up coming back. Like, are the Spice Girls reforming?
Yeah,
you know, they were amazing. The Spice Girls, they really were. You know, and sometimes underappreciated in their time. These bands or artists, or they're very niche. And then they sort of, so many have come. Like Kate Bush, big resurgence because of Netflix. You know, because of Stranger Things. Well, and lots of. Yeah.
They discover a whole new audience, didn't they? Come along and discover them.
Yeah.
It's amazing. This guy, again, and we had loads and loads of requests to get anything of him.
Yeah, and only 9 left.
Yeah, really.
Last 9. Is that the last 9 in the whole edition?
No, I think we've got an allocation. We may have another one if we can, but there aren't many because this went nuts as soon as it was released, you know, and it is really special. Yeah,
of those 9, 4 are already spoken for.
Yeah, well, he's really popular again. He's got a massive cult following. I actually said, you know, my other half, one day, Jules, I never really associated much with Prince personally. I like all sorts of music, but he didn't tick my boat. No, I hadn't heard enough of it.
He didn't tick your boat?
Well, he didn't, I don't know, rock my boat maybe.
Or tick your box?
Well, that and all. I never met him, fortunately.
He didn't tick my boat?
We won't go there.
Or rock my box?
Something like
I mean, I have to say, he wasn't really. I wasn't the bit. You know, I'd have gone to the Michael Jackson concert, not the Prince concert back in the day.
Yeah.
But I then have a new appreciation of him, and I went. You know, the Batman. I mean, I'm such a huge fan of Batman.
My other half thinks he's fantastic. You know, I went, what do you know about him? He was brilliant. You know, and when you talk to people who are really into Prince, there's a real wide cross section.
Yeah.
And he has a really strong, massive cult following.
Oh, for sure.
Really popular. We had loads of requests for him. So
can I say, I did party like it was 1999.
Still are, aren't you?
Still am. I did the other night, and I regretted it the next day. I can tell you.
Yeah. I thought you wasn't on non-alcohol ones, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's strawberry milk.
Actually, I shouldn't say it. I had a non-alcohol beer, which was the first one I had in years.
Why? What's
recently.
the point?
One of them it actually tasted quite good. I thought, well, because when I had them previously, it was.
But then I would say, when was the last time I had a beer because of its flavour? But that's just, no, I'm not going to get into that right now. I don't advocate drinking excessively.
Neither do I.
And I'm sure that there are I'm sure non-alcoholic beers serve a fantastic purpose for many people.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say now.
No, we talk.
Oh, Pink Floyd's limited stock. Thank you, my producer just saved me.
Yeah, they again. This is the first time tonight, so this has really flown. Then we sold the last couple of the Dark Side of the Moon. Oh. This one was introduced tonight. Look at that.
We've got a new knob on our camera thing.
Yeah.
And it obviously
Someone's
needs a
not
bit of
twisting
wearing
it
in.
the right way yet, are they? Left a bit, left, right a bit. Yeah.
Sorry, I
no,
don't know if knob's the right term.
No.
Rocker switch,
Yeah.
dial.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of flair in the studio, as you can see, but it's
Well, I can't help it.
but it is an amazing item. I'm not surprised it's pretty well limited stock now, so you can get that.
The flare clearly has not got in the way.
No, that's right. It's, I don't know what to say now.
Well, that's blooming useful, isn't it?
Yeah. But yes, Pink Floyd.
How good
what
are Pink
band.
Floyd,
Wow.
Gary?
They're I can't say a religion, but in their world they are idolised, massive, aren't they? Worldwide, I mean, they are huge following. Huge following.
I've told you my.
Huge following.
I've told you my story about Dark Side of the Moon. I know that we've sold out of Dark Side of the Moon, but I bought the album, listened to it for the first time when I was at boarding school, and I was 17, I think. I had my own room, and that's why I know I probably was 17 or 17. Lying down, and in those days I was very hippy dippy, so I had the joss sticks and the the incense. Well, it was the joss sticks, I suppose, and I think I had a blue lamp and all this kind of stuff. A few crystals lying around, and I listened with my Walkman. It was CD. It was CD.
Yeah.
Not that old. Well, actually, no. I suppose it was cassette when I first started out. But I went track 1. Oh, bliss. Track 2, yeah. Track 3, and I've got the volume up, bear in mind.
Yeah.
Suddenly all the alarms go off, and I didn't know. I'd never listened to the album before. I literally had to, not literally, metaphorically had to peel myself off the ceiling. It made me jump so high. Scared that, but I had one of these CD players that had an alarm on it. You could set a track to play as an alarm, and I used track 3 of Dark Side of the Moon to wake me up for a good year. We've got some emails, or at least one email. Wow, and an essay. Dear Shop on TV team, who's this from? Let me just say the name. This is Joe in Northamptonshire. Hi, Joe. I was just wondering if you currently have or are planning to feature any signed memorabilia such as autographs, framed vinyl records or pictures from artists like Carole King, Jane McDonald, James Taylor or Kiki D. I'm a big fan of these artists and would love to know if anything like this is available or coming up soon on your shows. I also enjoy watching your broadcasts, especially with Rob Locke hosting. Oh, he always makes the show engaging and enjoyable. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Where do I send the cheque? I'd really appreciate any information you can share, even if it's just to let me know whether this kind of item is something you usually stock. Thanks very much for your time. I look forward to hearing from you.
Is that Joe with an E or an O?
Joe with an E from Northamptonshire.
Okay. Well, in the answer...
It's got an O as well, but it's also got an E at the end.
Yeah, he's got an E. Like,
he's got both.
He's got an E.
Yeah.
Must be. I was trying to establish it was a man or a woman.
I understand. I was just being facetious. So Kiki D, Carole King, James Taylor, or Jane McDonald.
Carole King, I adore, and Tapestry, in my opinion, is probably one of the greatest albums that was ever made. I love it.
Yes.
I think it's fantastic. So we'll have a look, but. She lived a pretty reclusive life, I believe. And I've seen very little. I mean, as you know, she was a songwriter before she recorded the albums. She was persuaded to.
So framed vinyl records.
I will have a look.
Doesn't have to be signatures, although I think he's looking for those.
We'll have a look for that.
Yeah, and
James Taylor, I love as well. You've got a friend and all that. I love that song.
I love that song too.
Yeah, so
it's been recorded by many. Kiki D as well, Jane McDonald.
Kiki D, she of course was a great singer and did the
any Rod Stewart Platinum Disc framed gold discs. Yes, they're online now, right now.
There's
at shopontv.co.uk.
On the website, there are a couple. And we've had some signed stuff, but it goes pretty quick abroad. But keep watching, we'll get some more.
Anthony says, I just missed out on Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. Will you have any more back in? Unfortunately, no, that is it. The Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon has gone now.
Yeah.
They only do a gold run of 100, and then when that sells out, they do a platinum run, and that was the last of the platinum run. I'm really sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, if you want Pink Floyd, you want to get in for that one very quick.
Well, it's gone. Yeah, well, Dark Side. The other one. Look, when we say get in or you'll miss out, we're not just trying to flog you something here. We've been around too long and hopefully our credibility and reputations are strong enough to support that. We care about you getting what you want, not just about the money at the pop in.
It's like a big
going up.
family. See, we see this show really as a family event.
We're a family. We're like brothers.
Yeah, that's right.
We're like brothers in
different
farms.
Mum, that was all. Wasn't
Just
it?
different mum. Yeah.
But it is. It's about what you want. You know, we love this. We're passionate about what we do with this stuff, and it's really rare and it's very special. And we try as hard as we can to bring you the items that you want.
Yes.
And to make sure everything we can to be sure that they're real. Obviously, we can't always be 100% there when they're done or whatever, but we try to make sure everyone we deal with is established, been around a long time, so you can buy them safe in the knowledge that they're real and they're special. And if you have bought something for tonight for the first time, congratulations, welcome to the fold. But do hang on to the certificate and the paperwork. It's very important in years to come if you want to part with it or put it in an auction or pass it to someone else. If you've got the paperwork, it can add to the value quite a bit, so hang on to it.
And we were just looking at Sir Cliff Richard.
Sorry, yeah.
No,
Sir Cliff, yeah, we can't
it's
ignore
fine.
Cliff.
Stop apologising for yourself. Good goodness me. This is limited now. Now, I understand, but being a bit of a pop aficionado, as you know, that there was a bit of a gap, wasn't there, between this album and the one he launched after it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what was the one after it, actually.
Yeah. Well, I know, because it's just apparently he was on a summer holiday, so he didn't...
Oh, was that next?
No, he didn't... No.
No, it's all right. I know what you mean.
It's so nice to know that we are comedically synced.
Yes, I know, yeah.
You know, yeah.
I
There was
know
a bit of a gap.
I know what you mean, Reg.
Why?
Yeah.
He hadn't been recording for a while because he was on a summer holiday.
Very good, yeah. Sorry, shall I have another drink? This is water, by the way.
Well, I think that's the problem. Can we get something stronger, please?
Sorry, yeah.
We will not be doing a comedy act anytime soon.
Sorry, it'd be
That's
like...
not why we're here, though, is it?
No, well, no,
It's
probably not.
It's not why you're here, anyway, clearly. We got 20 minutes left on the show, Gary, for the 6.5 people that have stayed this long and are still watching.
Yeah, great,
we hope you've had a wonderful, wonderful night. There are lots of people actually still watching. These are popular, these shows.
Yeah,
Johnny
it's
Depp's a big fan of these shows, isn't he?
Johnny
Watches when he's in town. He watches us.
Yeah.
The whole show, apparently.
Well, he thought we were very different. He said he watched the whole thing.
Well, I think that's been established for quite some time. See, I need to know when. I need to know. I know.
If you're watching Johnny,
he's
we
another
can do
one
it.
I'd love to do a film with. Well, I'd love to do a film with anyone at the moment. Just a blooming audition would be nice.
I'm sure it'll come.
Yeah. The big feature for the Oscar, for the first Oscar, that'll be coming up soon, I'm sure. Wonderwall.
I think you deserve it.
You think I'm joking as well?
No, I've seen you acting, mate, on the stage as well as on the screen.
It's possible. People have done it. They do it every year.
Very talented.
I'd like to think so. I'm just waiting for the industry to realise that.
I am his agent. Special terms tonight only.
Yeah.
15 minutes, 10% off. Yeah. Oasis, there's two, remember, here. This one, of course, is What's the Story? I agree, probably, that, in my opinion, it's their best album. And you've got... I don't know... It's hard to say, isn't it, this and the other. They're both good. But here you've got the actual sheet music in with the photograph. Remember, these are 50 by 60 centimetres. It's a big old piece. And they're all limited edition, like all of them, to 100. And once they're gone, that is it. No more. You won't see them anymore. So it'll be one of only 100 people in the entire world who will actually own one of these. So I think my false teeth are coming out. Sorry. Yeah, it really special.
I love you. I do love you, you know.
Yeah. Where am I?
He's a character, isn't he? Oh, dear.
Really special.
So that is What's the Story. It's almost the whole story.
It's water, look. Sorry, look.
Just checking. It's just water.
It is.
Well, you know what? In Russian, the Russian word for water is voda. And
so it sounds similar to...
Well, small water is vodka. So the ka is taking voda and the ka makes it little, you see.
Oh, right, OK.
Yeah.
So you can get away with murder then.
Well, no, I'm just saying, it's little water is what vodka translates as.
I'll have to... Never knew that. Well, that's something I've learnt tonight.
I like to bring you completely useless and unrelated facts in these shows.
There's people that are clicking all these down. It must be educational.
I'm a whiz at parties.
Yeah,
people can't wait to talk to me and my fountain of knowledge.
You're world champion at, what was that, Connect 4, wasn't it? You was world champion at for a while.
I'll say yes. I don't know quite where you're going with that, but...
Someone the other day, a celebrity admitted that they were absolutely brilliant at Connect 4.
I am quite good at Connect 4, actually, if I do say so myself.
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew it was, you know, good fun.
I love a Connect 4, I do. I love anything puzzly and all those Mensa puzzles and things I really like.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Oasis, definitely maybe. And we don't have a huge number of these left, do we? No, we don't. Half of the gold run has already gone.
Yeah.
The gold rush, you could call it.
Gold rush, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Oasis are huge. I mean, as I keep saying as well, you imagine when you go to these events, what you spend. You've got something here that you can keep with you forever. I don't know if I'd want to do it. I don't know if I could do it. No.
I'm not good with crowds. I don't like lots of people.
No.
Unless they're watching me.
Well, you must get used to that.
Well, I like being on the
streets,
stage.
You know.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Pied Piper of Hamley when he goes in the supermarket.
Pied Piper of Hamley's. No. I used to back in the when I was on the original shopping channel. That was quite interesting because
I've been with you when people yell at him out in the street, you know, didn't they?
Well, that's usually because I'm in the way. Fame means nothing to me because I don't really have it at the moment. But I do love people. I'm genuinely a real people person.
Yeah, I know. And, I mean, I'm pretty similar generally. I think.
People think I'm intimidating. I don't know because, like Sean and Hayley, they're all forever being stopped in Waitrose or whatever, you know.
Oh, are they?
But I think people. Maybe I just look really angry when I'm out in public. I don't know. If you see me, especially if it's in a pub, come and say hello.
No, I don't.
Might buy you a pint.
Yeah. This is David Bowie.
I can't guarantee it.
Yeah.
First 5 people only.
This is a limited edition of 500, orange vinyl, really, really collectible. This is actually what they term an EC exclusive. Really, really special. Right, you know.
Yeah, you need to check out actually. Music. Everywhere. All of them are spoken
as we
for.
see at the side, there's the orange vinyl.
Sold out.
Discreet. Is that discreet? No, the vinyl's sticking out there. As you see the orange, and on the back, I'll show you the back of the album as well. You just see the back of the cover. But remember, these are all live recordings from radio stations. So in other words,
let's dance.
Live gigs, but actually it took place on the radio station. So they are legal, they're legitimate. All the royalties and have all been covered, I'm assured. So they are really special, but only 500 in the world. So once they're gone, they're gone. But these you can play.
Did we have all of them?
No, we didn't have all of no 500. No way.
But
no.
Have a lot of the 500 sold out, or
there's less than a third at maximum available.
Well, because
these were set as allocated for us. They're not available anywhere else, as far as I'm aware. You may get the odd one on the web or something, or the odd dealer may have one still, but generally this is the only place you can buy these.
Well, the point I need to make, Gary, is that they're all spoken for. When everyone checks out now, they're sold out.
Oh, right. Okay.
So if you've got it in your basket, you must check out now. Sorry, I'm starting to sound like Gary now. You've got to check out, otherwise you ain't going to get them.
Yeah.
We can't do these for free.
Don't delay, because it won't be on the way. Yeah.
That's right. You've got to pay to play. Let's have a look at the website, shall we? shopontv.co.uk. Click on the old banner, live on air shop now, and scroll down and you'll see every single item and a lot more that we didn't have on the show tonight.
Diamond there, look, you know,
yeah.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Madonna, it's the first one tonight. Madonna, got Jam there, haven't we?
Yep.
Got Sir Cliff at the end.
Well, it would be at the end, I suppose, wouldn't
it? Coming down. A lot of them photos have gone now.
Purple Rain's limited.
Oh, Purple Rain's limited, yeah.
Single figures, I'm just told.
And that's Dolly Parton, of course. First time we've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I think there's still one
of
Celine
each
Dion
and one pink.
Left.
I know. I'm really surprised they didn't go. Actually,
really surprised. Got a great Bryan Adams there. If you're a Bryan Adams fan,
I'm a big one.
That's signed and beautifully framed. Really is a lovely, lovely piece. That cost you. The framing of that's superb.
Yeah.
The Elvis still there if you're quick. You've got Barry Manilow's signed photo there. Don McLean. Amazingly, that price is incredible for that, isn't it?
Yeah.
As you see, you got Abbey Road there, the Beatles. That's a really popular album. AC/DC there, Elvis. We've got the Black Sabbath, of course. what we've got there, Genesis coming. Oh, Queen, of course. The other Queen, the greatest hits, is already sold out, so that has gone. So that's the only Queen we now have left. Another Michael Jackson there.
Oh,
Bruce
Kate Bush.
Kate Bosh and Adele.
Kate Bosh?
Yeah.
No, it's not Kate Bosh.
Yeah, Adele.
Kate Bush.
Bosh. Yeah,
Kate Bosh.
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 There's Kate Bosh. Bush. Bosh. Yeah.
You don't want to get those mixed up.
No, Kate Bosh. Bash.
Kate Bash. No, that's someone very
Kate
different.
Bush, sorry.
Yeah.
She's great, I think.
And then there's
Bush.
Kate Bish.
It's all about the Bish of Soho there. Rod Stewart there. That's another story. That is a real person, honestly.
No, you're right.
And George Michael there, look. Who we got? I can't see who that one is along there. Oh, that's Celine Dion, of course, there as well, isn't it? Yeah, great one. Bob Marley. Oh, he's always really popular, Bob Marley. Great. Sort of the...
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, Jimi Hendrix.
Made his guitar talk, didn't he?
Yeah, left-handed guitarist, wasn't he? But he was bigger in the UK before he was in the States, which was really odd. He made it more here.
Interesting.
Woodstock took off a bit for him, didn't it, over there?
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses. You've got, look.
There's the Rod Stewart for the customer that was looking out for the Rod
Iron
Stewart.
Maiden at the end there.
The Smiths.
Smiths, yeah. Bon Jovi.
Friday, I'm in love.
Beatles again. That's the Revolver of the Beatles. Another Elvis up
Just keeps
there.
going round, doesn't it?
That's the. Sorry, I love it. I'm booking him. Can you book him for my birthday anyway? He's good. Buddy Holly. Oh, Buddy Holly. Fleetwood Mac. Look, Rolling Stones.
yeah.
I love Fleetwood Mac.
Amy
They're
Winehouse.
great. Blondie, of course.
Another one. Oh,
Blondie.
Blondie.
Great
Yeah,
band.
yeah.
Debbie Harry, of course.
Now,
she's
you can
lovely.
get that on the web as well, not just on the telephone.
Yeah, Def Leppard.
No,
there, look.
nothing.
On the telephone. Sorry, I'm concentrating. Trying to read who they are. We've got Bat Out of Hell there, look. Who's that one up there? Can't see who that is. Can't remember. Oh, Lady Gaga, of course.
John Lennon as well.
Yeah, John Lennon, Imagine. Grease up there.
Oh, I
the
am.
album for Grease. There's just so many.
Meatloaf.
Simon and Garfunkel, you know. That's another great. Bridge Over Troubled
Who's that,
Water,
Muse?
great album. Status Quo, yeah, Muse are there.
Paul Weller,
Beach
Simon
Boys.
Garfunkel, yeah.
A couple of them have sadly passed away recently,
Eagles,
haven't they?
Kinks, the
Oh, the
Kinks,
Eagles
the
are
Who.
huge, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, your eyes aren't lying. That is really the Eagles there. Look. Sorry, that was as bad, wasn't it?
I didn't get that one. Is that? Sorry, that was.
Lying eyes. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
right.
no,
Get
lost.
back to the day
You've
job.
lost me. You've lost me, Gary.
Eagles was one of their songs, Lying Eyes.
I didn't know that. That's because
honestly, I
I
thought
don't
you
know
did.
anything about the Eagles.
Oh, right.
What was
okay.
their big hit?
They had loads. Hotel
Oh,
California.
of course. Hotel
Desperado,
California.
One of These Nights. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
sorry,
great
apologies.
bands, yeah,
You're
great
just getting
band.
that. I'm glad you got your own back because a few of mine have gone over your head. And that definitely went over mine.
Yeah. There was that water. Someone puts that in the water there.
We're two men of a very different generation, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you youngsters. Yeah.
Oh, I know. I'm a little whippersnapper, me.
Yeah. Wicked. I don't know, but yeah, and remember you can buy these if you on the show. Do keep going to the website because you can buy them.
I hope so. Otherwise, we've been wasting our time, haven't we?
Show's over,
By the way, I don't get anything out of it. I don't make anything out of it. Well, I suppose I get paid to be here.
The pleasure of being here, isn't it?
It is a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I would do this for free, Gary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to, but I would. And you know I would.
Yeah. Well, it's great. You know, we've been together doing these shows for a long, long time.
Well, I was working out
I
30
do look forward
years.
to them. Is
30
it as long
years.
as that? Wow.
Well, I think so. When the original Shopping Channel, I was on there 94. You probably came on about 95, 96, something like that.
Yeah, quite early. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's 30 years ago.
Yeah. And then we did some in America. Do you remember?
America, we did shows for Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact,
International.
We almost
Yeah.
set up. I remember, Gary tried to get, what was it, Authentic TV? Do you remember? Yeah, tried to actually set up
Yeah,
a
I was in
collector's
that over
channel.
there. Yeah, I was in that. But yeah, unfortunately, that didn't work for.
It was unfortunate actually because I think it would have been done very well.
Yeah.
But that wasn't your fault. That was a bunch of.
Well, it didn't do too well for my bank balance. That's for sure. It was very close to living in a tent in the park, but life goes on.
But you made it back.
C'est la vie.
You
Yeah.
know?
Well, you got to keep. For every tragedy, there's an open door and a belief. So you got to move on, haven't you?
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
bit of psychology for this time of the morning, wasn't it?
Oh, I like it. That's good. Sometimes the rain must fall, and sometimes it's purple.
Yeah. Well, this has proven really popular. I thought it would. We had a lot of requests for prints, and I'm not surprised that's done well. But and again,
Of course, they're not just prints. They're actually record. Sorry, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Too late.
Where else? Because we're at the closing moments. of the
Yeah,
show.
I know. But do remember, if there's something you particularly want, do let us know, a particular artist. I will come back to you with any questions if you want to, or someone you're particularly looking for. Let us know, and we will try and bring him on a future show.
Absolutely, and we can prove that that's the case because actually, the main items, the new items that we had this evening, were pretty much viewer requests.
Yeah,
weren't they
were.
You know?
Yeah.
Gary does listen. Also, Gary, he replies to your emails. He's very communicative.
Yeah.
You know, if you want him to be. Yeah.
We had loads of requests for Sir Cliff.
For Cliff,
you
I know. Yeah.
And as you say, this is a great album, Young Ones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And all that era is, to me, of Cliff was, I mean, he's been going on a long time. I mean, we did, so I was involved in a project 40 years of hit records, and that was a long time ago. But he came to the Variety Club, Cliff himself, you know, when they had a lunch actually at the Hilton in Park Lane on his behalf with that, when they launched it, Really? And he was, you know, amazing, really helpful and very kind and nice, really nice guy, you know.
I wonder if he had a lot of partners, because he was a handsome young man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, if he did, they all fell off a cliff, didn't they? I mean, really amazing artist.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He was allegedly very close for a long time. Well, Cilla Black, he had a lot of friends, didn't he? Like
I never met
Sue
Cilla, but I went.
Barker.
Oh, Sue Barker. Yeah, I went to school with two of Cilla's sons.
Oh, really?
Maybe three, actually. Possibly three. But I never met her, unfortunately. A lot of
she turned up and go, surprise, did she? It's Christmas Day, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Here's our Graham with a recap.
Yeah. He just swallowed a frog, you know, something.
Celine Dion, ladies and gentlemen, a quick reminder, she's hanging on. I'm very surprised. Maybe it'll be a late sellout on Celine.
That is a beautiful image of her as well. Look at that. Lovely image. Look. That is a great image. And to be frank, because of the sad position of her health and everything, becoming increasingly difficult to find Celine Dion.
She's probably not signing at the moment, I would think.
I think she's been signing for quite a while now.
Quite a while, yeah.
And she seems, if the media have projected it in the right way and the programmes, she's been through hell. You know, she's still there. I mean, you pray she's going to get back to health, and you read some reports.
I need to read up actually, because I heard she was struggling, but I don't know from what or why.
No.
But obviously, people will know better than I do.
Well, she's a great talent. She's got a massive audience of people. You know, really got a huge following. And
I think it just goes to show
really quickly normally.
Seize the day. You know, as I get older, the more I remind myself that tomorrow is not guaranteed. You know, and I sort of to enjoy the day. Enjoy your life, you know, and all that. I mean, I'm not here to give advice. You do whatever you want, but that's what I plan. That's what I'm in the process of planning to do.
Well, the way life is, I'm at that stage as well. You say, well, you know, if you have a dream, follow it, because you know, when
if you don't,
that
somebody else
turns
will.
Out, you never know when it's going to come. You know, we've all had issues like that. I don't want to finish on a sad note.
No.
It's all about. If you have a dream, go for it. That's my view. You know,
better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all.
My dad was a Navy man and a bit of an adventuring traveller. Yeah. And he always used to say, he used to travel a lot. He spent half his life on the other end of the world, and he always used to say, as long as you've got somewhere dry to lay your bed down at night, and you've got a few pence in your pocket or a few pounds to go out and have something to eat and a drink, what more do you want? Enjoy your life. If you have a dream, go for it.
Absolutely,
That's my
do agree
parting thing. Go for it.
Go for it.
Believe in it. Focus, and the best of luck.
Whether you think you
never
can.
Worked for me yet, but it might feel.
Well, no, you've done all right. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, either way, you're right.
Go for it. Yeah.
Gary, we're at the end. Pink Floyd, very limited. Thank you, mate. It's always
a
pleasure.
Mate.
It's always a laugh.
I'll concentrate on the jokes better next time.
No, I know I take the mickey horribly out of you, but you know you're welcome to do the same.
Yeah.
But thank you, Ezra. We hope to see you again very, very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you to you for watching also, and I will see you again tomorrow night for my last show with you this week, and then I'm actually back to London for a few days till the week after. But from everyone here at Shop on TV, bye.
Bye.